your game. Vivo V15 series. Vivo.
Do you play PUBG Mobile? Maybe you never run out of stamina. Maybe you're always aware of your surroundings. Maybe you're an amazing cook with the pan. Maybe you're a great driver. But as soon as you hear the sound of an airplane, you get into the zone. In PUBG Mobile, you all come from different walks in life. But you face the same dangers on the battleground. And you become friends. You work together to overcome the obstacles. This is PUBG Mobile. There's a number one in all of us. Welcome to the PUBG Mobile first anniversary party. PUBG Mobile. Be the one.
Really hit him? Oh, nice. To see here, flex Spencer. Oh! This is the power of the cutouts, I'm telling you.
Oh no. Mackie tries to make the run, the great escape.
OMG's full team is OMG. That doesn't sound as much as the Chinese have been saying. But we see Doctor here taken down.
You can see it long range. Can he land these shots? Spraying away. Trying to take good control. Easy kill, easy picking, no problems at all. Custer's the only one left alive. He's being sprayed down.
Both OGG and Logic to the lobby. So Africa have 200 people, but they don't push onto it. So Africa, they're getting the best here and they're turning that to Logic to the lobby.
Oh, missing really nice position. He jumps up. How does he get away with the first kill? Looking for the second. Champion's there, but he can't get it done. Champion manages to save the day, but he will die out regardless.
There's almost going to be wrecked. The back here is running straight into Team Epic.
But he just, oh, he jumps out the window. Great timing. Climbs into the next one. He's keeping himself going.
No.
Oh! BKB is still fighting in the top 9 teams. It's not too bad for him.
That's their best placement yet, almost.
This is going to be really difficult to hold. The flank comes in as well. Duckstall getting it done and getting the finish off there. He is not holding back. Shots come out towards him. He's being hunted down. Surely he can hold it there. Oh no!
It's like, we talked about being nervous. If you have the confidence to make these kind of plays.
Yeah, it's the dream. Billy found as well. They went for the 3-1, and now we've done the 14. Maybe we get a win. Suckett's on his way over. They've heard him spraying it out. Can he make it work? No, he doesn't. Leader able to get it, but Tron backing him up as well. And Kuma.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, fellow PUBG Mobile players. Hope you're all having an absolutely fantastic day. My name is Max, and I'm today going to be joined still by my fellow friend and caster Imperium to bring you the PUBG Mobile that you all deserve at home. How you doing, man? Welcome.
I'm doing absolutely epically. Looking forward to the fantastic action we are going to have ahead of us. It's day 2, Group C and D of this wildcard region. Hopefully, we're going to have even more action, even more hype on the battlefield in these teams.
Yeah, I can't wait to jump into the action of the PUBG Mobile Club Open, brought to you officially by Vivo, the official sponsor of this tournament of the Spring Split. allowed us to put the cash prize up to 2.5 whopping million US dollars.
Yeah, of course, and that is going to be happening all the way in the future of the live finals. But this is the spring split, like you mentioned. This is the first part of these teams looking to get to those live finals. We have 16 teams in Group C and D, and based on kind of the action we saw yesterday, one thing that I'd mention, Maxman, in yesterday's broadcast was I didn't think, because it was only 1 point per kill, that it wasn't going to make a huge impact in, let's say, the point standings. I was totally wrong. Huge difference when you look at the standings from yesterday's games from the leaderboard between the wildcard region, Maxman. Huge difference with the kills.
Yeah, you can see right now the leaderboards on your very screen. The teams that did take a chicken dinner yesterday, we had Team AR, Team No Mercy, Team Nova Esport, and Camp to Win. You can see in the top 3, Nova Esport, No Mercy, and AR are here showing up pretty high. But Camp to Win, they did take a win, and actually were not very consistent yesterday, and they are now in 7th position, Imperium.
And then when you look at the likes of Trusty Process, Max, and who are lying in 4th place, 3 teams below them, when you look at the place points, have more placement points, but because they've got 26 kills, only second behind Nova total, that has jumped them up to 4th. So, as I said, totally wrong. Kills make a huge difference, and I hope these players, these teams realize that.
Yeah, they're like, the kills are extremely important. You see Nova Esport and Trust the Process, they are really far ahead in that kill lead.
Yeah.
But after when you look at Nova Esport, they have around 20-25 points extra, which is almost the equivalent of a win. So they are pretty safe for today
now.
at least.
For now.
But don't get too cocky, you might get taken down.
Of course, and then we do see that the points you get, 30 points for first, 22 for second, 19 for third, and all the way down, and obviously if you finish in last, you get 0 points, but we talked about that, no team wants that to happen. Yeah,
and as you can see also the kill points, you get 1 kill, 1 point, so if you can just get those huge squad wipes, 4 points going to your team, which is definitely something you want to try and focus on as much as possible. So we're going to see a lot more action today, I believe, because you want to try and take down Nova and Trust the Process. We are extremely far away with those kills.
Yeah, definitely, and we even saw in a couple of the games yesterday, couple of early squad wipes, Maxan, and that did help impact the game overall. Of course, we saw these teams, they would have good momentum going into the later stages of that game, getting that early squad wipe, and like you said, full squad wipe, 4 kills, happy day. So as you can see, we have the schedule in front of us.
So here, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the schedule of this first weekend of the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split. Yesterday we had Vikendi, Miramar, Erangel, and Erangel, and today will be a copy-paste of those matchups. Vikendi, Miramar, and double Erangel will be coming back 2 times more Erangel. We had so much nice plays on that map. I just can't wait to jump into it.
I absolutely love Erangel. It did not fail to disappoint yesterday, Max, and we saw so many clutch plays. That last game where we had 5 teams and it was 5 players, but over 5 teams. So it was 1 player per team left. That was how tight, how close, how amazing Erangel can pull out all the stops for these teams, because it's just the most popular, well-known map.
I remember Destro on Team No Mercy just pulling up that 1v3 clutch at the end in the last zone. That was just insane. Can't wait to see if we're going to have more of action like that in today's broadcast. But yeah, so we're just going to try and wait. I was going to say we're about to wait for the first game, but no, we're just going to be jumping. Get your skis ready, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to drop on Vikendi.
Yeah, of course. So we do see that the plane trajectory is going from the east to the west. Once again, a lot of teams do seem to be dropping down early on, Maxman, looking to get into those early loot spots. They can hit it up early and then go to wherever that safe zone needs to be.
Yeah, yesterday, Group A and B, they dropped almost all of them in the north, trying to get the King of the North, trying to, try and get above the wall. But unfortunately, they were not. A lot of teams able to make it out of the, into the zone. They got pushed back pretty evenly. So here we're going to have teams going pretty even around the board on this first Vikendi map of the day, Imperium. So I think definitely teams are going to probably play a little bit more passive than what we saw yesterday. I'm just going to focus more on looting than picking fights early on.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I was expecting with this Vikendi map being a bit smaller and being a bit more kind of tight, compact, that we would see more early kills, some more early battles. But that wasn't really the case yesterday. And yeah, I think it's going to be the same yesterday, a bit more passive play. They do seem to be a bit more spread out, but Maxman, up in the north once again, the northwest, there's a big chunk of a couple of teams coming together.
Yeah, a bunch of teams coming together, but like, no, but they're just running away from the center of the map Imperium. You're just scared of Castle. I don't know why. I personally love that drop. It's one of my favorite drops on Vikendi, but just everyone just says, oh no, we'll just go on the coastline. At least, which is cool when you're on the coastline. You only have to take care of 180 degrees of action. You don't have to take care of what's behind you because no one's going to come and attack you from the seas.
That is actually a very good point. When you are in the center of an area, you have to have so many perspectives on your team. You have to make sure that there's enough communication, that the vision is being covered. But yeah, when you're close to the coast, there's only that half a moon of perception that you really need to take care of. So yeah, we do see these teams are dropping. And real quickly, like before we get into some action, you know, because some people aren't really sure of what countries are covered in the wildcard region. And in some way, we weren't until we dug into it and we found out. And it really has not only surprised me, but it's made me really happy. All of these awesome countries that are being represented in the wildcard region. Countries like Nepal, like, and apologies if I get some of these country names wrong, and Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan. It's really amazing to see
Morocco also there.
Morocco.
I didn't even know Kyrgyzstan was even a country. I never heard of it, to be honest, before the broadcast. So unfortunately, I was really bad in geography when I was a kid. But anyways, we are back now. We are into the action. 15 teams on the Vikendi map, 16 players still alive, no skirmishes whatsoever for the time being. Just people going to go in their compounds, going to try and keep their zones locked and loaded and trying to avoid people trying to fight them early on. So they're holding their terrain. You can see this team here. You're going to see the team number 3 team move out. They're going to be just taking 2 compounds for themselves, trying to spread their wings a little bit and trying to get as much loot as possible early on in this game.
Yeah, because I talked yesterday how about sometimes teams can have a split drop strategy where they have 2 people drop in one area and 2 people drop in another area.
Whoa. Careful, they just drop in. Team number 10 right there. Team T25, and they're going to pick up one team on the tide of God. Going to be shut down. RSCU later, Alligator. Shots back on top of Mr. Sahil. It will be put down by Chris. Will they be able to make it out in time? I'm not too sure, but he is in to the safety of the stairs. He should be fine for the time being. Another fight going to be happening right now. Chris versus Kian. Can I pick it up? He's really low though, Chris. Oh, he makes it out barely. But Case is going to be pretty low too. He's going to be half HP. Still 1 member down on the side of Team 5, Team Destroyer. And Loki will get the killing blow, trying to take someone down on their side. But now he's going to go a little bit too. He's trying to chew more than he can take. And he's going to be taken down as there was a nice flank coming out from Odin on Team 10.
Yeah, but where's the rest of the Destroyer's team?
Really
he just
split.
left. Yeah, he left him hanging. And in some way, that's not a bad thing. But I really feel that the Destroyers could have taken that team fight overall. But now we are seeing he's jumping in. There's just 2 members of that Team Destroyer looking to join the rest of his team and trying to get those kills. But we do see that Team 10, God, they have control of this game so far.
2 members down on both team respectively. It's 1v1 now. They are 2 members, like 1 member down on both sides. And now he's going to try and regen him up inside. He won't have time to do so. Olin saying hello. Here's Janny and gets the kill. Swipe out. 4 points going their way.
Yeah. Odin.
T25.
Absolutely beautiful play. That's, again, I've talked about before, taking control of a team fight, taking control of the action and going, no, I'm going to really win this for my team. And that's exactly what Odin did. Yeah, okay, they're down to 2 players, but instead of, let's say, allowing the Destroyers to recover, they went, no, I'm going to take you out. No chance. That's it.
Yeah, so far we have a little bit of action going on over here too as team number 3, team move out. They do have some information on some members of Team Onyx right here, team number 8, as you guys can see in that compound. Not sure if they really want to try and push it. It would be a 2v2 skirmish if they try and push this in, but their teams are just not too far. Maybe they should just wait for backup, Imperium.
Yeah, of course. You want to make sure if you sniff the enemy team around you, Max, and you're not sure exactly where they are, but you have a sense that they're there, you want to communicate with the rest of your team. These guys surely are going to be on VC together, communicating, you know, and letting each other know what their status is, what kind of loot they have. And they'll be doing that when they have a sense of where the enemy team is. And if they don't think they can take it, they're going to get away. That's exactly what Onyx are doing.
I think that was a very smart move coming out from Team Onyx. They just left. Otherwise, they had 2 members of each on the side of Team Move Out that would have been able to sandwich them up. So they did have to peel back. They did have cars take those resources away from the side of Team Move Out. And now just going to try and get a little bit more loot out of these compounds. So they'll be fine. Once again, they have the coastline. So just less area to focus on, and you can focus more on that smaller area as the zone is slowly but surely going to be closing on in. And we already have a few teams out of the zone. They're going to try and start moving in, such as Team RG Star. They're a little bit far away, Imperium.
Yeah, and I just want to point out around the castle area, though, when you see Team 12, they've got to get out of there as quickly as possible, because one thing that could possibly happen, I don't think it will, either Team 14 or Team 2, they could hang around by that bridge compound going into the main safe zone area, and you could see Team 12 come into a bit of trouble. I don't think it'll be the case, but it'll be interesting to see how that will play out going forward. And that safe zone, Max, I reckon that will end up very much heavily on the coastal side.
As you said, like Team 14 that's called Team Kardima, they're going to be the gatekeepers of the zone this time around. They have the huge area dominance, so they can try and pull that off if they want to. But after, they do not have information on the presence of the enemy team, so they might be someone, they might not be, they might even not go that way if they want to try and get back into the zone. Because once again, you want to try and avoid bridges as much as possible when you're out of the zone, Imperium. We're now going to have the side then of Team 16, Team Team Nomad Warriors. They're going to be rushing on through. Be careful, you have Team 6 right here. Team Hype just going to be responding right back. Hello, you can't come in my house, ladies and gentlemen. Snake going to take a lot of damage. He will be low and put on his knees into submission. Narek, he's looking for the rushing. He wants to try and get those finishing blows to try and get those 1 point for his team. It looks like Snake will be the first casualty on their side. Get a few more kills. Snake, Turtle will be also taken down. And that was a very nice engage coming out on the side of Team 16 once again. Nomad Warrior, they were not expecting a team to be there, but just rushed in, played super aggressive, and it worked out for them. Only one member remaining, there's Nixon for Team Hype.
He's camping.
He's hiding.
He's camping Maximum because he knows that there's a full squad essentially sniffing them out. Now, of course, Nomad Warriors might not be fully aware that where that last member is and what if they will chase it. Of course, that's going to be something that we will see later on. But that's still a great play by Nomad Warriors. This Kazakhstan team, the country that you didn't even know was a country, taking control and getting a couple of points on the board through kills.
Yeah, they did really well. So we just saw that crate that there was an AW aim and a ×8 go. Spicy goodness right there. But also, we saw yesterday on the first game on Vikendi, a lot of people were playing SKS, Kark 98.
Yep.
Also, like, there was no AWM. Nobody, unfortunately, got one into the later sections of the
but
game.
It shows you snipers
like,
can
if they
work
can get
pretty
it,
well.
yeah.
Because with this Vikendi snow map, the vision and the
so easy to spot out enemies, yeah.
It's easier to spot out in some way, but it's also in some way easier to hide. So if you can hide in a nice area on a high ground with that sniper shot and get a couple of shots off, it will be absolutely fantastic.
We can see Team 16, 10 and 7. Team Nomad Warriors, T25, and also Team 7. This game is off PUBG. They are still on the coastline, Imperium, and the zone is moving towards them. aka Team AR that we had yesterday. They were so lucky with the zone. And they, once again, only have to take care of one section of the map without being scared of being flanked. So they're in a perfect situation right now, going to 4-on-1, and just going to completely destroy him. 1v4 was a little bit too overwhelming, so that's going to be the last member going to be taken down by the side of Team 16, Nomad Warriors.
Yeah, I did. I was wondering if they were going to sniff him out, and they did. That was a nice full squad wipe. That 4 kills on the board for him. We are on to Team 12, which is RG Star team, I believe.
They finally moved in,
yeah. Yeah, they are a Chinese team, and they're looking to really bring in the action. They're playing it safe. I do like that because they know that they're outside the safe zone, Maxman. So when you... Sometimes you'll see they'll just drive straight into the safe zone. That can be a bit risky because we saw yesterday a couple of times where, you know, teams driving in vehicles were taken out.
Yeah, especially at the last game. We saw that. Do not, when you're in a 1v1 fight, do not take the car.
Yeah, so that's something it was much safer for them to do, because also, let's not forget, when you're in a vehicle, you make a lot more noise, so you actually let teams around you know, essentially, that you're there. As opposed to being on foot. So, yeah, it definitely safer job done by RG Star team.
Yeah, HS headshot. They're going to be just taking still control of this compound. I haven't finished looting quite yet. Just going to try and get maybe a few juicy tier 3 items up their sleeve if they can do so. The SNG Club, they're going to be holding this compound also for themselves. Just a little bit further away, you have Team 14, Team Kardima. They're also going to be holding the compound. Maybe a fight will be breaking out in the near future, Imperium. But so far, like, we only still have 13 teams on the board still up. So we started with like 60 players, so 10 are now taken down, Imperium.
That's not too bad. In 10 minutes, that's on average 1 a minute. So
it's more aggressive than what we had yesterday.
Yeah, it is definitely more
I think they saw the
aggressive.
interest of kill points.
Of course. Exactly, and that's what I've been saying. And Nomad Warriors, of course, they were a little bit lucky to drive into a full squad, but they got that full squad wipe and job done, and that puts them
And they
on
lost no
that
one.
forefront.
So perfect.
And they lost no one.
Best of both worlds.
They didn't use any resources. They little to no resources, obviously, other than bullets. And now we do see Team RG Star Team driving away, driving into that safe zone, moving to look away.
Look at that line.
I know.
Damn, you will not pass the Onyx Frontier, ladies and gentlemen. That's impossible. Team 2, Team KG SWAT, they're going to be also just finishing their looting session. Not much action going on right now. We had a few kills going on earlier. Now it's just starting to go down. They're trying to focus and get back to the zone, as the zone is almost entirely closed up. And if the zone is still on the coastline, I'm going to see 3 happy teams. That's going to be Team 7, Team 10, and Team 16 still in the same position. Haven't moved because they just don't need to.
Yeah, and it's...
And Team Rose also, they're trying to get position.
We could potentially have a water finish. Potentially. I'm just putting that out there. We could have a water finish where one team will end up swimming smooth fishes. But yeah, so like I said, it's moved in. Look at that safe zone.
Lucky.
I know.
God damn it. Oh,
I know.
am I not lucky like that? Where's the zone just runs away from me when I play PUBG?
And that was a huge zonal chunk as well. That was heavily shrunk. They do have about 40 seconds to start moving out. It's not a lot of time, and a bit of action going out on this Vikendi map.
Yeah, Cardima, they're going to be spotting out some members in a car there. They're going to be able to flee anyways. They'll be fine. Yeah, okay, we said coast gameplay, but that's maybe a little bit too close. They're hiding the cars away. Like, well, they're trying to transform them in boats or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but they're not in the safe zone, Max man.
Yeah.
So they're actually good. They're gonna have
Taking
to
those
start
resources
moving.
away, yeah.
Now they could wait it out a little bit until the blue side starts moving in and try and catch a couple of teams out that are moving in towards the safe zone. But either way, if I were them, I would actually relocate into that safe zone by that coastal area, because, like you said, you only have about 100. Yeah, you only have 180 degrees to be aware of, so to speak, around you. So yeah, good job. Now, I'm kind of surprised that in some way one team didn't hit a coastal area outside the safe zone and look to go in via boat into that safe zone, because that
around the entire map takes a lot of time.
No, not around the entire map, but around part of it, as we do see a possible action going down.
Yeah, going to have someone put on their knees. Same for Kivari KG. And they're going to get a finishing blow right there. Put also Eagle shot on the ground. Team 219 doing some work with their Team 2. Team KG SWAT in a bad spot. Someone on the ground. Will they be able to regen in back up? They just have the safety of the smoke. And also, KD Slayer is just behind that. He has the information. He knows that the team is going to try and rush and save his life. But unfortunately, you can see one of the members of Team KG SWAT is pretty damn low and should be taken out and given an extra kill point over to the side of Team KD. The zone is moving on through. Team 14 in a really good position. Cardima, they're going to try and hold their position as long as possible if they do get rushed. And Team 8 just can't answer back because they don't have to rush it. Team 14, Team Cardima, they can just hold their ground and they don't have to force the fight.
They don't have to force the fight, but they can't stay too out in the open because that can go against them. They are hiding behind that rock.
They're also in the zone now, yeah. Grenade.
Yeah, so now...
It's not. It's Molotov. Just kind of spot him out right there. Timo is going to be
but
the last member alive.
Both teams are in the blue zone. So is it really worth them hanging around too much? I don't heavily think so, but let's see what happens as Team 11
raining on through on top of Team 7. That's going to be Gamers of PUBG in their compound. They're going to be able to do a reverse kill on top of a SHML. So that's going to be also Team 11, Shinigami Bulk. They're going to be also taking a few shots back in their very face.
By the way, just to let you know, outside of that camera zone, we did see Cardima did get that
still the
full
coastline.
squad wipe. Yep, I told you still. And actually, that does put Team 1 Rose heavily inside that safe zone. So they've got plenty of room. Look at the 3 teams hanging around all over those 3 to 4 houses compound area, Max.
Damn it, these teams are having a little bit of a party right now. Young going to be aggressive right now to get an extra kill. They will do so. Shots back and forth for the time being. Team Rose, they are still 3 members strong. They're losing a little bit early in the fight. Coming through, but no one's really in that group. I do believe right now Imperium's is not going to be having that much of an effect. They have a little bit of damage going back and forth on top of a Team 7 Gamers of PUBG still for the time being. And just most teams are just holding their ground. You look at that, just a member of Rose just in an enemy house of Team Gamers of PUBG, and he knows that if he leaves, he's in a really bad situation. They're trying to play around these staircases and just get a kill on top of Zoro. That's going to be nicely done, putting him down on his knees. Pank is going to be the last member of Team Gamers of PUBG. Will he be able to do the clutch, Imperium?
There's every chance that he could do so. Oh, no, he goes down. Wait, there's one more member there.
Yeah. They're bringing him back in time, but they still lose it at the end of the day. That's going to be one swoop of Team Gamers of PUBG.
That's great job coming out from Rose, because as you saw, 3 of them kept so close to each other, going up that stairs. What that does is it does one of 2 things, Max. Obviously, it's that man support, but also they could move around each other and share that damage, and it really helped them secure that squad up. However, they've got to be careful, because they've got another team right by their side. They have Shinigami Balk right across the way from them, ready.
This is 3v4. Rose has only 3 members up and going, but right now we're going to go over to another fight. SNG gonna have one member. Den's Day just trying to hide himself to not get taken down.
Yeah,
like, he's got too low HP. I don't think his team can save him unless they try and pull the trigger right now, but they're just not gonna have the time to do so. SNG still has 2 members up and going 3v2 as they're able to regen back up Pacific on the side of Team 13. That is Team Quad Core. They're gonna try and overwhelm SNG. Yogen, they should have heard his footsteps. Were not sneaky, Yogen, unfortunately.
Yeah, but what Quad need to do realistically, though, is they need to go in as a 3-man team if they're going to chase it.
Oh, the fight is breaking out of Shinigami Bolt and Rose, but Rose going to lose 1 member to the ground, Imperium. Now it's going to be turned into a QB4 situation. And now Rose going to be losing 2 members on their knees, but still they have 1 member for Rose to drink some wet, doors off the clutch, and turns it around, and they pick the kill on top of Shinigami Bolt.
Can't pronounce his name. Can't pronounce his name, but he pulled out the hype kill of the day so far. we'll just call him the Beast.
Is those moments I hope I could talk Chinese, Imperium?
I know. Times like
Chinese.
These. No, absolutely fantastic play. It was that sticking together process. Yes, it was great play by Shinigami Balk to kind of get those couple of kills, but they didn't heavily stick together. It was too much in the open, and we saw that the Beast that I'm calling him now, he was able to duck behind a wall and take him out 1 by 1.
Damn it. I think we might have an MVP, but we just can't say his name. How unfortunate is that?
The Beast.
We call him the Beast. The Beast of the Rose.
Yeah.
Let's go. But yeah, now we're going to have the side then of Team Nomad Warriors. Going to be a little bit cornered up.
Should have called him Thorn. Rose Thorn. Damn. Feels bad, man. Too late. But yeah, we do see that there's a...
no more coastline.
No more coastline.
Rose.
And now we do see Rose are going to have to move in. Onyx are going to have to move in. But we now see the skirmish between 16 and 10.
Yeah, Nomad Warriors, they're a little bit surrounded for the time being. Imperium, they've got to be very careful about their surroundings. Team then 8 is going to be the one trying to pull the trigger. Team Onyx coming to you live from Pakistan. Going to try and hold their ground as much as possible. But now they only have 2 members, and they do have then the last member, then Onyx. He just arrived in that 4x4. He's going to be trying to give a little bit more assistance while they're trying to siege up this compound.
Yeah, we are 20 minutes, just under 20 minutes into this game, Max. 9 teams left, 29 players alive, so there's a lot of kills to play for. Of course, you do have this chance. The likes of Nomad have 4 kills at least on the board. You see RG, they're standing on 0 kills, but they're sticking up in the moment. And like I said, Nomad on 4 kills, they're looking strong. They're my team to watch so far, Max.
Oh, be careful. We're going to have a little fight back and forth over there. Also going to have Team 3, Team Move Out. That's going to get slowly rushed by the members of Team T25. They've been having a lot of fights, Imperium, but they're still up and running, so they're doing fine for the time being. They're slowly going to be making their way towards the side of Move Out. I don't know if they have information, but they're pretty spread out, so they've got multiple lines of sight, and trees will not save you if the fight breaks out.
It won't save you, but it can allow a little bit of protection, so...
They can work around it,
can work around it, but they only have 2 players, so they're going to have that man disadvantage 9 times out of 10.
Well, we saw 3v4 going their way,
yeah,
so
but look at Team 12. They're inside the safe zone. They see Team 10, T20... T25 right in their sights. They've got a nice high ground protection of trees. We could see Odin and Chris, like I said, being put under pressure, having to hide behind that rock.
Yeah, just going to be spraying a little bit on top of Chris. He will make it out, though, no problem whatsoever. He was a little bit too far out of range to be hit by anything. As Move Out, they are going to be going on the tippity top of this hill And they will probably have the angle on the side of Quad Core and SNG Club. They've been like having a passive fight.
No,
this is the Cold War, Imperium.
I like one. I like that one. Yeah, this is a great ending of this first game. I can see it already happening. A lot of close teams, nice housing compounds are going to be able to hide behind. It's going to come down to both good instincts and key control in this game. Move out, looking to take it. Now, they're in the open. They've got high ground, but they're in the open, so they've got to be a little bit careful.
Got someone down.
They did knock someone down, but
they could have
got
vision on him. Ooh, can they get him? I'm not sure if they can have the ankle taken down.
Now they're going to move in. They've got to be careful because they got Team 4 right near them. So this is going to be an interesting three-way tie.
Move out, they move it in. Pangmi going to be taken down by AJ. That was nicely done. But now AJ's rushing also in. Going to try and get a shot there. Should take a bit of damage before 1/4 of the HP down. Again, also pretty low. They're trying to hold their ground. But SNG said this is a 3-man fight on both sides. SNG, they're just like vultures, just waiting and praying. Trying to get any kill they can.
Why should they take the damage when they can just clean up
Move out don't know they're there.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Exactly, because they're not moving, they don't hear footsteps. Whereas the team of Sin Club, they hear the footsteps, they hear the gunshots.
I want to give you some of that cake, ladies and gentlemen. Team RG Star, they're rushing on through on the remaining members of SNG Club. They're trying to get into the corner of that house. They are on the upper quarter of that house, but can they actually make it out? 2v4 Imperium. Fight is about to break out.
4 teams, 2 houses. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Hey. They know they're there. SNG Club, they have the information. They know they're getting rushed. They can hear the footsteps, but maybe they haven't yet heard out. Like, they are sneaking around. Maybe they didn't do any sound whatsoever. But RG Star, we have someone going up.
Oh, move
at the
out.
higher part. Going to have a fight breaking through normally in the next few seconds. Imperium, are they going to try and go up? They heard the sound 100% now because you had Packerba that was like just running around. So also, they know now.
Also, Move Out actually got put under pressure on another area of the map. So this is just a real cluster of teams coming together. 8 teams, 25 players alive. You see them driving in now from the forefront. Rows are coming in to join the party.
Move Out, they're losing some members. Unfortunately, Imperium Sable Team Onyx, 2 members going to be down on their side. Right now on this fight we're looking at right now, still going to have a rush from Team Rose. They're trying to join the fight, but some members on their side are going to put down, and Rose is going to be easily swiped away. We're losing the beast, Imperium. We're losing him.
Yeah, Move Out though. Move Out are the team to watch. They are still in it. They're down to 2. I think 1 player actually. So Quad, who were under a lot of pressure by Move Out, have actually managed to survive, I think, with still 2 players. And now Team 12 RG, they're that full squad. They're healthy. They've got nice armor. They've got nice helmets, nice backpacks. They are ready with that Uzi to spray the enemy team.
Yeah, look at that Team 16, Team Nomad Warriors. They're just going to be on the outskirts of this fight. Going to have an airdrop right on the roof. Maybe not like where you want it. I don't think they can get access to it, very unfortunately. But oh well, it's fine. This is the house of destiny, Imperium. They give it everything. Give it the zone. Give it the freaking loot crate. Give it everything you can. Like, and look at his SNG Club too. They're just chilling. Right now, going to have fight going back and forth between Team Onyx and Team 15. That's going to be Team Headshot, and they're going to take a lot of damage for their self. Not sure who's going to be actually coming out on top right there. It seems like Team Onyx did get the upper hand overall, but Team Headshot is still doing pretty well overall.
Yeah, they are. They're good. They are. They've got, I think, 2 members left, if I'm correct. Yeah, we've got 5 teams, 15 players alive. This is definitely the team that has the best chance, Maxran, is Team 12. RG Star Team, because they're that full squad and they're really healthy. They've got to be careful because seeing who are playing very calculated for now have yet to really take any damage when you saw all the fights that were going on around them. But then also Nomad Warriors, who got that squad wipe earlier, they look very strong as well.
I just saw that time 8 in the crate. I don't think that's going to be very useful at this range, Imperium. No need to really rush it. I think that's fine. They don't need that. But look at that SNG Club. They're still in the roof. They're just chilling. They're just having the time of their life, just waiting to try and jump in when they can, because they know that they do not have that number advantage. There are only 2 players remaining. They're facing against 4-man teams and 3-man teams also on the side of Nomad Warrior.
Look at Headshot trying to move around. They're trying to be really clever now. They've got to be aware that they've got to be aware that Nomad Warriors are around the edge. They're covering the rock. This is going to be a really calculated end. Yeah, you saw that Headshot trying to do a little bit of damage onto Nicola. Didn't quite get it done.
Just chilling with the bros, cracking open a cold one, Imperium. They're going to take their very time, waiting for the zone to close up. The zone is legit right on top of those houses. So we're making the fight will last actually a little bit longer, but I'm saying that right now. Team HS are going to be losing one member, going down on his knees. Ferry, will he be able to regen him back up? Once again, a language I cannot read on the side of her team headshot.
Yeah,
well, that's the wild card. People all around the globe, so of course, yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome. I don't mind. I like a challenge of pronouncing a name, but yeah, if I can't read it all, no chance. But yeah, so Headshot, they lost one member of their team, and now they're really under pressure because they technically they don't have many places they can go. Nicola being put under pressure.
Now they just gave their positioning too. But like they already knew someone was there, but I think it was Team RG who was shooting them down. Now that means that HS gave out their position over to the members on Nomad Warriors. Maybe not the best thing you want to do because now you got to take care of like multiple angles. That means an extra angle is going to be Nomad Warriors. It's not even in the compound at this point. But shots fired coming out from Headshot. Just trying to get maybe a killing blow.
Because Nomad Warriors got a couple of kills on I forget who it was earlier on. They obviously know that there's multiple players in those houses. They can't move anywhere. They can't go for Headshot. Because if they go for Headshot, they are potentially exposing their position for another player, for another team to take them out. So right now, we're in a bit of a lock-in, so to speak, of players don't really know where they can move. They're actually just going to have to play towards a safe zone and hope for the best afterwards.
Yeah, I think the best thing would be to maybe wait for a fight to break out, then rush towards the compound. But like at this point, I don't see any fights happening.
But that's the thing, is that who's
wait for distraction,
who's going to pull the trigger first?
Yeah.
Who's going to take control? And I actually will really commend whatever team, and in my opinion, it should be RG Star Team because they've got that full squad. I will fully commend whoever pulls that trigger and takes control of this remaining teams in this first game.
The smoke rush coming out from Headshot. They're able to get to the safety of that wall.
Now, Sing will have heard, SNG will have heard.
But at least they didn't have to do it again.
From a direction. Oh!
Be careful. Quad Core going to be having an easy shot potential on the side of Team Headshot. And will they be able to swipe out that squad now? Only 4 teams remaining in Imperium, 12 players alive.
Okay, one member, Nomad, took down Headshot. But knocked him out. But before he knocked him out, Headshot thrown the Molotov, and it was actually his own Molotov that killed him. But anyway.
Now the trigger has been pulled. Imperium was going to have the side then of RG Star going to be under pressure and putting 2 members on their knees, but able to respond pretty well and putting Team NW on the back foot. 3 teams remaining, Imperium.
3 teams, that is RG Star Team, Quad, and SNG. So RG, Nomad, Nomad Warriors took control, and I commend them, but they lost their lives.
There's not enough space for 3 of us. One is going to have to leave Imperium. They were actually rushing in. They couldn't wait any longer, so now going to try and pull the trigger on top of RG Star. Maybe didn't have the time to regen full HP right now. They're rushing in. ICBM. Going to try and get one angle, but he just can't get it. Going back and forth with that wall. There's a few members. RG Star losing some of the members. Same for the side of Quad Core. Don't know who's going to be able to overwhelm the opposing team. Now we will lose the last member of side of Quad Core. Quad Core going to be swiped off. 2 teams remaining, and that will be Team RG Star and Team... who's the last one? Is it Nomad Warriors? I think
no,
it is.
it's a Sing Club.
Oh yeah, it's still
Sing Club. That's the thing. They haven't moved. They camped it and they've survived. They've been there for, I believe, Maxon, they've been there for, I believe, about 10, 15 minutes. You know what I mean? At this stage of the game, because we are 29 minutes in, we are at the closing stages. 6 players, 2 teams. You've got the huge man advantage for RG Star Team, where they've only got 2 players to take out. It's going to be a split decision. What's going to happen?
SNG Club, they're losing their first member. Yo Green is going to be the last member standing, but I say standing as he gets taken down. And winner win it, chicken dinner will be going over to Chinese team RG Star in his first game on Vikendi.
Yeah, great play. The man advantage paid off because they had that full squad right until the end. Nomad Warriors were down to, I believe, 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3 players. And they got taken out by RG Star Team. But the team, in my eyes, that stood out the most was Nomad Warriors, because they got that full squad wipe. They got a total of, I believe, 7 kills on their side. It was a great start for them. And it means that those kill points are going to make a difference, even though they didn't finish in the top 3, Maxon.
I personally have the favorite of that game. It was Move Out. I think they were really managing their pressure really well. But after they got 3 angles on which they were getting harassed, it was a little bit too much, and they got overwhelmed. So they get did get taken down. But SNG Club played it seeky. They can definitely see like different types of playstyle, and SNG Club were playing for the positioning points, and not many teams going for the kill point today.
No, there wasn't as many as we might have saw in the first game yesterday, although there was that couple of early game squad kills that did prove to play a big part for Nomad Warriors. But I want to talk about the Beast, Rose the Beast. That's what we've named him. We can't pronounce his name because it's obviously in Chinese, but yeah, he is the Beast because he got that 3v1 situation where he just turned it around and it was beautiful. It was clutch, raw clutch play.
Yeah, enemies in front, enemies behind, just turned around and just looked like he was playing on PC almost.
Yeah.
But he just like super fast, really nicely done.
Yeah, just really nicely done by them. And then there's things like, you know, Car Dima, that Team 14 from Pakistan, they pulled out a couple of really nice plays throughout this team, as we do see the highlights are coming out for you guys.
Yeah, see their Team Destroyer able to get a few wipeouts for themselves, but then you had also got Team 10 that was getting the split push. He was getting on T25. But they did get a few kills for themselves. And that was one of the very, very early fights when still 15 teams were remaining. Then we had the end rush there when he was trying to regen up his last ally on the side of Team 5, Team the Destroyer. But Odding coming in clutch and then shutting down his team. I didn't get this, like 4 points for his team for himself.
Yeah. So they really great play for them. And then we do see later on in the 7.5-minute mark of this game. This is a squad wipe by Nomad Warriors. Great play by them, going as a full team. Hype couldn't really do anything.
They were bugging, I think. They were disconnected or something. They were just like staying there, just chilling and not really responding in any way, shape or form. Then we had a really battle of width, which was around the zone. And then that was one of the last fights there. Look at that. Team 7 versus Team 11. Definitely some nice action coming up through. Then there was quad core. Then we started to pull off the trigger on SNG. That's when SNG, they were still 4-man team.
I know.
That's like, I don't remember them being 4-man team because most of the time when I saw them, there were only 2 members remaining.
Yeah.
And then lose 2 members. And SNG were just like over there, just like, no, we're not ready to fight this right now. Then Rose. That was a clutch move coming out from the Beast in action.
Look. Boom. Another squad wipe, job done. Great play by the Beast, great play by Rose. But then they got taken out by Move Out and Quad, and they just couldn't recover from that, Maxon.
Yeah, Quad had a really hard time to recover from that. There we had the battle around the zone. Team Onyx was able to get a few killing shots on the side of Team Headshot, but Headshot did come out with the upper hand at the end of the day. And yeah, that was Nomad Warriors. You said you really liked their gameplay style.
Yeah, I really did. They seemed aggressive. They seemed in control. Obviously, they didn't finish in top 3, but yeah, they're my team to watch so far, Maxman. As you do see, the final stage of this game came down to Quad, RG Star Team, and SNG. Yeah, Quad did get swiped out there with the last one. Third position, still 19 points going their way. Feels good, man. Of course, feels good, man. Indeed, you know, and. The Vikendi map, the ending spot, I thought it might end by the coast, in fairness, but completely different than
they
what
were
we
lucky,
expected.
maybe not too lucky. Okay?
You know. and as much as we always love the open ending where there's a lot of smokes and we have teams that have very little cover, I also really love house endings where you have this one house or there's 1 or 2 or 3 houses, because you saw at the end where one member of RG Star and one member of team, forget exactly, Quad Core, were kind of swiping in between the door, trying to get those little kink shots on each other. And it was like they were just dancing with each other because it's that kind of, you're trying to get that perfect shot while having to move. So you're having to do 3, 4, 5 things at once, you know, and watch out around you. That's why I love those house finishes.
I love those house finishings too. They're like a ticking bomb. You know that at one point just everything's going to get in disorder and just explode, which I love. Which happened at the end there. You had 4 teams and then they just clashed at the end.
Yeah, and then it also kind of shows what teams are looking to take what strategies, because like we saw, Singh camped out. The 2 members Singh camped out, didn't shoot anybody, didn't move a muscle, and they finished second. Yeah, they only got 1 kill, and that is something they're going to have to improve on in these next coming games if they are going to maintain their second position in the standings. But when you talk about first game of the day, you know, first game of this PUBG Mobile Open Spring Split, that's a great job by them.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that first game of the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split brought to you through the power of Vivo, the official sponsor of this tournament, which allows us to put a whopping 2.5 million cash prize on this tournament. Absolutely insane. Once again, I would play if I could, but we can't do that. We could duo. We could 2v everyone.
I'm terrible. Just saying. I'm only good
confident
at
in
talking.
Pierre, let's go.
I can't play the game, Kappa. But yeah, let's talk about this next game. We are going onto the Miramar map. Completely different ball game. Bigger map. Desert action. We're going to see a lot of long, kind of winded team fights, I feel. Overall, the likes of the snipers really can play a huge part. Those 6-8 time scopes, when you get a hold of them, that can really put your team in the lead.
Yeah, we saw that on yesterday's game. Sniper's going to be a heavy focus. DMR's also, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Going to be the high focus of these games. Also, like, positioning was very important. After
Yes.
yesterday's game on Miramar, it finished in a little town.
Yeah.
So it was very close quarter, but I think on like most of your Miramar games are going to end in like an open field or on the lip of a mountain. So having
There
those
you go.
long scope snipers would be always a really good thing to have towards the mid and late game.
Yeah, on the lip of a mountain, indeed. That's we saw at one point in Miramar where this team were just hiding behind the rocks of that mountain. So what it came down to was that they like being on the coast because they had big rocks covering where they were. They didn't have to look 360 degrees. They only had to look 120, 180 degrees, and we saw that pay off for them.
Yeah, that was really nice moves coming out yesterday. Also yesterday, the team that did actually win on top of Miramar, that was Team No Mercy. That they had a clutch move yesterday. It was absolutely insane, and the clutch was actually done by Destro. And done at the end. They just rushed in. So like you can expect some really aggressive plays on Miramar, but not as aggressive as Erangel, because that's going to be the second game. It will be Miramar, but then we have the two last games, Game 3 and Game 4, that will be on Erangel, where everything started, where the most action was given to you guys yesterday, and I just can't wait to jump on those games. Like, Erangel is just lit.
It put such a smile on my face yesterday, like casting those games and just seeing the teams pull out so many clutch plays and just. Like I said, because they know the map so much, it's played all the time. It's the original. It's the best. You know, nothing can beat it. But the teams know it. A lot of the teams, they know every nook and cranny. They know every inch. They know every hiding spot, every loot spot. They know where to go, where they want to be at, what point in this game. Obviously, safe zone dictated. So yeah, that's why Erangel just never fails to deliver.
Yeah, but anyways, before Erangel is going to be Miramar.
Yeah, of course.
Let's focus more on Miramar. So what would be your team to look out for on Miramar this second game?
I'm going to say quad core, because even though they did have a good result, I think they can do better if they survive as a four-man team. Because they really did take control of a couple of the team fights and a couple of the skirmishes, but particularly against that one against T25, where they just really pushed in hard, and that was a great play by them. And that was only in the early stages of the game.
Yeah.
So if they can take that momentum and kind of as a four-man squad and survive later on, they're going to be my team to watch.
Okay. If I had to put a team out to watch, I would probably put... I'm not going to put SNG Club. Like, they're playing really sneaky. I think SNG Club, their time to shine will be on Erangel when you have all those bushes and that grass to work with.
Yeah.
Because they love being a little bit sneaky like that. But I'm still going to keep an eye out for RG Star. They just played really well. They hold their positions. They knew exactly how to play.
They played
like they just followed. Like they just followed exactly what they should have done. So like they really reacted properly to the situation that was given to them. So I'm going to still, like in this second game on Miramar, because I think the Miramar and Vikendi, even though the map size does change, I think is a little bit similar in terms of like you're easy to spot. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for RG Star. But anyways,
of course.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching this first game on Vikendi. We'll be going out into a short break, and we'll see you all next time for some Miramar action.
Your game, Vivo V15 series. Vivo.
Do you play PUBG Mobile? Maybe you never run out of stamina. Maybe you're always aware of your surroundings. Maybe you're an amazing cook with the pan. Maybe you're a great driver. But as soon as you hear the sound of an airplane, you get into the zone. In PUBG Mobile, you all come from different walks in life. But you face the same dangers on the battleground. And you become friends. You work together to overcome the obstacles. This is PUBG Mobile. There's a number one in all of us. Welcome to the PUBG Mobile first anniversary party. PUBG Mobile. Be the one.
1 year ago today, PUBG Mobile went online in over 200 countries. On the 1 year anniversary of the game, we're here with you to witness the honor and the glory. The Anniversary Royale Pass will go live as scheduled with the usual variety of rewards and a load of anniversary exclusive items, such as the brilliant anniversary outfit, the retro anniversary set, and the L&Q Chicken M762 finish. Don't miss out. PUBG Mobile, be the one. UC spent in Royale Pass will be fully refunded as your Royale Pass ranks up so you can buy next season's pass. Royale Pass. You deserve it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome your beautiful faces back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split. I'm your host, Max, and I'm still going to be joined by my fellow friend and caster, Imperium. Welcome back.
Welcome back indeed. Yeah, we've had one game down, still 3 games to go. We're hitting up the Miramar map in this game too, Maxon.
Yeah, we're going to be going on this highly open-ended map. Going to be interesting to see how this is going to go. But anyways, a recap of game number 1 that just happened a few minutes ago on Vikendi. Number 1 spot did go over to Team RG Star coming live from China. And then it was Team SNG Club and Quad Core securing the 2nd and 3rd place respectively.
Yeah, of course, all these teams are battling it out for the qualification to get to the PUBG Mobile Club Open Live Finals, which is, of course, brought to you by the official
Vivo.
sponsors, Vivo, official sponsors of the PUBG Mobile Club Open, and the official smartphone. What that has helped do is that helped raise the overall prize pool of that live tournament to $2.5 million. Maxon.
If you need a high-quality device to play PUBG Mobile on to try and maybe join the full split of the PUBG Mobile Club Open, Vivo is the way to go.
Exactly. So yeah, Miramar map. We talked a little bit about it, but let's talk about the results so far. First game, point standing, and how much of a difference those kills make overall in the point standing, Maxon.
Look at that RG start stream. Start team. Okay, I was reading start for a second there. They're going to be in the number 1 spot with 38 points, 8 kills secured for themselves. And then Rose a little bit lower, but they have 8 kills.
Yep.
So they're holding pretty well. If they get a higher end position next game on Miramar, they can secure the number 1 spot.
Yeah, and it's interesting because what I think in today's games is a little bit different as we are dropping in onto this Miramar map. These teams are going to look to find the right area they want for their team. Yeah, what I think is different between yesterday's games of Group A and Group B is that with Group C and Group D, a lot of teams look very even in terms of skill, in terms of strategy, in actually ability. So we're seeing a lot of elongated fights because these teams are making calculated, correct decisions, and they really want to make sure they get it right. So really think these teams are a lot closer, Max.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more even. I can't wait to see them clash with Group A and Group B tomorrow in Imperium on Sunday. Can't wait to see that kind of action. But anyways, get your parasol and get your fresh beverages ready, ladies and gentlemen, as we are dropping on Miramar.
Yeah, so we do see that these teams are dropping quite heavily between the East and the West. It's split quite nicely. We don't see, all the teams dropping in one area and just 1 or 2 dropping in an opposite direction. They're all quite well spread apart. Of course, Miramar is a pretty big map, so there's plenty of room there to loot up to find the right area for themselves. But I want to keep an eye. Team 15, Team 1. Rose and
first zone,
Headshot.
not too shabby, not too bad.
Yeah,
They just have 2 teams out. Team Rose, they're going to be out, and also Team Headshot. And they are pretty close to each other, so we might have a fight out of the zone. I do see a few teams that can play the gatekeeping team of the zone when it does start closing in the next 3 minutes, Imperium. But so far, just everyone going to go to their usual looting stages to try and get as much loot as possible. Right now, we're going to see Team 14, Team Cardima. They're not going to be really splitting too much. I would recommend to go in like different areas or even like to give 2 different opposite spots on different compounds, because when you think about it, when you're 4 teams, and you loot in the same kind of area, you're going to have one person who's going to get all the loot, the second's going to get a little bit of loot, and then 3rd and 4th player, they're going to get almost nothing. So you're better to just go as far as possible at the very start of the game if you know that no one's around you and you don't have to fight early on, and then just get as much loot as you can. Yeah,
so we do see outside this safe zone, Team 1, Rose and
a car run over RG. RG Star just lost someone to a car. Okay, interesting. Don't know if he jumped out or something, but
maybe he thought he was in Ukraine and tried to cross the road and.
Don't do that in Ukraine. Don't cross the road in Ukraine. Not a good idea, guys. But yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So
he moved out to Split. That's cool. That's a way better looting session.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, you're dead right. In terms of split looting within a small area is really, of course, important. You don't want to see all 4 members or 2 or 3 members of the team kind of going into the same compound unless it's a really big building. So you want to split apart. But they, Team 1 and Team 15, they're only divided by a road and a couple of buildings, so definitely would like to keep an eye on that. KG SWAT, Team 2, this Kyrgyzstan team. Apologies, looking to have that big compound. That's what I was talking about. When you see a big building like that, Maxon, it's cool for all 4 members to loot it.
I was about to say, I hope that we can see Team Hype again, because earlier they did have a few disconnection issues. Once again, Hype does come from the power, so pretty far away. Imperium might have a few connection latencies, but they are back and ready to smash in this second game on top of Miramar. And still no one really picking any fights. We have 14 teams out of 16 that did join this map.
Quad and RG, who did face up against each other at the later stages of that last game, they're pretty close to each other.
Might one of the top teams die early,
Yeah. So if one of the top teams do kind of die early, yeah, that's going to create a couple of surprises later on in the game. Like, remember yesterday when we had, I think it was game 3, and the final 3 or 4 players were from teams that hadn't performed that well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I love that kind of finish where
we had
just,
Nova into game 3 still.
Exactly.
So one of the most dominant teams is still there. But like, yeah, it was a little bit more open-ended. We didn't know who really was going to take the win in game number 3 on Erangel.
Exactly.
Yeah, so far, so good on Miramar. Zone is now going to start closing up on these teams. That's when RG Star and Quadcore are going to start to have to close back in if they don't want to get locked out by any gate holding teams into the middle area of the zone. So you're going to have to try and start getting on the move.
Nomad Warriors are in a nice spot. If you can tell, they're just outside the safe zone, but they have a bridge quite close to them. So there is a chance that, as you see on the overall map, that, okay, there's nobody in the Minas del Sur and the Prison in the Los Higos area for them to go over that bridge. But, you know, they had the option if they thought any of the teams were down in that area. But they are outside the safe zone. They're spread apart a little bit further, so I'd like to see them come together. We saw in the last game, they did that, and they got a squad wipe early on. Let's see if they can do the same.
You're going to have to see if they can do the exact same thing as in game number 1 in PM. Team Rose, they're just a little bit on the move right now. They do spot out a few members of Team HS, Team Headshot. A few shots do connect on that car, also on top of Guyton, but he will be able to move out just in time. Could have been taken out, but Rose getting a few nice little shots out there.
I don't know which one is Beast.
Let's just call them all beasts.
Okay, they're all beasts.
All
cool. They're all beasts. Let's call them all beasts. But no, the one thing that Rose did do by going for Headshot and not connecting is that they did realistically say to Headshot, there is an enemy team near us. That can it's compromising your position in some way, Max fan, and that can be a bit of a risky situation, because now we see Headshot are lining themselves up positionally to defend an attack.
Yeah, because they did get taken a few shots, so they have to try and set themselves up in case a fight does break out. But once again, they're still out of the zone. They're going to have to try and move out. The zone is closing up, almost halfway done, ladies and gentlemen. Team 11, Shinigami Bulk, they're just going to be around here just taking their time. They are spreading their wings to try and get as much loot as possible, as I did mention earlier. Doing a good job. But look at this beautiful Miramar map running on mobile.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I said yes, and it just really does blow my mind how detailed it can be, as you said, for these mobile devices. So yeah, move out. Looked pretty good at some parts of the last game. And there's also other teams I did want to mention, like Onyx, who pulled out a couple of nice kills early on in game 1. And I definitely think they have a decent bit of potential. And then you have the likes of Team 25, Team 9 Black Dad. You know, they can really stand out if they give themselves a chance. Hopefully Miramar is going to be the map for these teams to make a mark.
RG Star team there. Just wait for me, you guys. Please have to try and catch up to them as they're trying to get out of the zone ASAP. So Team SGI, Team 11, Team Rose, Team Headshot, and also Team Nomad Warrior are going to be out on the zone. Team God, so that's going to be Team 10. They are going to be just on the outskirts, Team 25, but no one really to stop to entering the zone, so they could just start moving in right now.
I like where Hype were positioned, Maxon, because out just into the safe zone, realistically, there's a high chance that no team are going to be behind them. And they have RG Star team ahead of them. So that could be an interesting play out later on if as the zone moves in even further, because we are nearly 3/4 away of that blue zone. Moving into the edge of that safe zone, then we will get our next stage of this game 2 underway, and these teams will start to move closer and closer together.
Nobody died, no teams swiped out, and we are 8 minutes in. That's pretty like what we had yesterday.
It's pretty Miramar expected, to be honest.
pretty Miramar expected. The map is just so big, you can just... They did have some teams, I got to respect that. Some teams tried again to play the coastline move, but it just didn't work out for them as we have the zone that is inland. And they just, look at that, Team 11. They may be sticking a little bit too close to the coastline. You might have to start moving in, ladies and gentlemen. If they can find a car, they should be good to go. But once again, if you don't find a car, you're going to have a hard time getting back to zone. And if someone is there to, like, get you when you're trying to get to the zone, you're going to have a hard time responding back.
Yeah, because it's an open map, so there's a lot of space. There's not that much room to hide other than the crevices and a couple of rocks and a couple of trees. So yeah, I want to talk real quick about we had them focused on was God. The name of their players, Max, on God, Loki, God, and Odin. That is just a beautiful set of player names. If you're going to kind of live up to that Avengers type namesake, you gotta make it work. No
endgame spoilers in chat, please. Please, I haven't watched it yet. Don't tell us anything. I want to watch it when I get home. Because people already tried to spoil me. I know. It's insane. Way too many. Stop it.
So we do see this next safe zone. So teams are gonna have to start moving in. Like I said, Hype and RG Star Team gonna have to move in. Then you have like Quad coming together. This is gonna be the loot crate that's gonna be coming in, but no team around it. Does have an MK14 along with the level 3 vest and a suppressor.
Suppressor is very important on Miramar because you've got so much terrain you can play around. If you can get that suppressor, you're not giving straight away your positioning. So if someone can get their hands on that, I'm sure they're going to have a big advantage on the long run, at least in the mid-game, late game when the quarters get a little bit closer. Maybe not that much, but right now that would be a huge item to get yourself on.
Definitely, it really would be a Quad Pacific Fat Man. And Azrak, should I say, looking to just take all the loot they can from that building. Bigger buildings like this, it can, I'm not going to say waste a bit of time, maximum, but when you have these huge buildings and you're trying to loot them in a quick amount of time before the zone starts moving in, it can be, it kind of can waste your time on your strategy. You want to get as much as possible, move out, and then get to the next looting spot.
Yeah, you got to try and do it as fast as possible. Team 16 is on the move. Nomad Warriors, they're going to be trying to get themselves a little bit more into the next zone, as the zone has been now showcased. Still going to be in land. I didn't see the zone if it's going to be like open-ended or if it's going to be into like a compound or any sort. We'll have to see that next few seconds. Team Hype is still on the run. Let's hope they do not have any disconnection issues. Now going to have the view of the map. It's going to go slowly but surely towards the west side of the entire Miramar location. And the teams are on the move right now. We're going to have a few fights happening pretty damn soon, I think, Imperium.
Yeah, for the team that wins this game, it could become a west side story, one could say. Oh, spicy, but yeah, team fight's going on.
And we got a map on top. I don't know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, but let's go. Look at this map. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. Look at this beautiful map.
KD, I think that's Car Dimma taking out Headshot, I believe, if I'm correct. And that is going to be a full... No.
Yes.
Yeah, but it says they have 0 kills, so I don't know what happened exactly. But either way, they're looting up. I definitely think it was Headshots that got taken out.
Yeah, I think they did indeed get taken out. Imperium, Team 14 going to be trying to move the move. They already, with the zone, just been moving in already halfway there to the next location where the teams are going to be fighting it out. And they should be fine. Team Onyx is not that too far away. Have a drop a little bit in the distance. They should be fine for the time being. We're going to have a replay coming out for you guys. There it is. Going to have a replay of the move of Team 14. Team
Grenade.
Car Dima. Car was jumping right on through, and they just got a huge squad wipe. They just exploded the car, no one jumping out whatsoever, and they get a 2v4 situation for themselves.
That's the risk of being. That's the risk of being in a car. Maxing on this Miramar map is that because it's so open that you can just come into an enemy team like that and you get squad wiped. So always, I would always recommend if you're gonna do it, split up into 2 vehicles if you can, and then you can go separate.
Well, you saw a lot of people do that yesterday. Yeah,
exactly,
it's a good strat.
Exactly. So it's a good strat. But now look over on the east side, bottom east, between Team 2 and Team 11. Team 11 are actually split up somewhat, and they're going between both Move Out and KG SWAT.
Damn it, look at that. Team 16 Nomad Warriors and Team 13 Quad Core. They have just a perfect location. Nobody going to be coming from their back because that huge wall stopping anyone from coming to them from that position. And they can just hold their ground. They got really good terrain to work with, especially Quad, but I haven't seen them rotate quite yet.
Okay, so yeah, KG SWAT, they have a nice high building, nice high ground, great vision on the Team 11, Shinigami, Balk. They're going to be looking to snipe out, scope out, but also you want to be aware there's a lot of teams moving around them.
Yeah, but look at that. Team 11, that's going to be Team Shinigami Black. They are a little bit, like, surrounding them almost, so they're going to have to try and be careful as multiple lines of sight will be created. Look at that sniping shot coming on through. Vital taking a little bit of damage for his trouble.
He's got that mini 14.
Just trying to get the drop damage too. Not sure if he can actually find it. Not getting that much damage. Erangel still with just 1/5 of his damage taken away. Just going to try and keep and hold their ground as long as possible, as the zone has been now marked is going to be slowly moving in. So that you can see Erangel is not in the best of situations in Pyramid because he's going to have to start moving in, and same for the entirety of Shinigami Belt. Like that. Look at that zone coming on through. But Vital, he can stay. It's fine. Wait, I thought he was going to jump off the building.
That's
like,
what I really thought.
I was like, dude, don't do that.
You won't survive, man. But yeah, now we do see Hype. Like I said, they're still close to RG Star Team. So they be moving in around the same area.
Vital, they got an angle on you, my friend. Might want to go down to the next building. He will get taken down. He's going to be on his knees. Chopper doing a nice amount of work. With that range tree, he did have a nice angle in the building down below.
Well, you called it. They were surrounding.
Yeah, they did really good. Like, you had too many angles, 3 angles to take care of. But now that they had to pull the trigger. Shinigami Bulk, if they didn't, the zone would have got the end word on them.
Well, I think what Shinigami Bulk they can do one of two things. They can either actually take the opportunity to run away while they're being revived, or they can go in for the kill, they can go in for the squad wipe. But if they're going to do that, they got to make sure they have the rest of their team. Because right now...
Ooh, he does have the information, but unfortunately Chopper will be taking all the bullets to his face and get taken down. An extra kill and an extra point going over to the side of Team 2, Team SWAT. Shots fired from quite a range, about 150 and 200 meters from Erangel and Wolf on the side of Team Shinigami Bulk. They're still up and lively, but the zone is slowly but surely trying to claim their lives. But yeah, we're going to see right up there.
Look at this.
A few death happening overboard. KD, 14, that's going to be Cardima in a really bad situation. Was only a tree to protect themselves. A few members down. Can they regen them back just in time? Going to have a lockdown move out. They're going to try and rush them now. They have a few members down. Can they take in time? They're really on HP, and no, that's going to be one team squad white coming on through. See you later.
Perfect move by move out. I know, perfect move by move out. But what they did was they flanked around Maxman. So they had 2 one side, 2 other side. So literally, Team 14, Cardim, they had nowhere to go. They had nowhere to go anyway, but it's just really compacting that space where, yeah, they're gone.
They died in a similar fashion in game 1 too, so very unfortunate for them. Run out of the zone. Once again, closing on through, and Quad is just the closest to the zone. They can try and claim positioning right now. They've got to try and get onto the move. And also, Nomad Warriors, they went a little bit too far. Very unfortunate for them. They're going to have to try and get that new location up their sleeve.
The play zone is starting to take people out because some of these teams are very far away. For example, one member of Move Out that got that squad wipe onto Cardima, he's actually been taken out by that play zone. That's another player from Move Out being taken out by this play zone.
Team A and Team 7, Onyx and Onyx and Gamers of PUBG, they're going to be normally having a fight breakout. I think they have information. Team Onyx, they're just being very wary of that compound. They're just not ready to dive on through just randomly, so they're just going to take their time. Another car is going to be happening for the side of Gamers of PUBG, and they're just going to part ways, not ready to go in any skirmish for the time being. Team 2, Team SWAT, they are very low in terms of HP and having people on their side, slowly but surely getting taken out. Look at that zone damage. You do not reposition in time. Okay, he's SWAT.
Okay, look at what he's doing. I think he knows he's going to die. Whoa, Hype, trying to get the blows onto Quad.
Yeah, Hype, they still have 4 members remaining on their team, 4 members strong, and they're trying to get the upper hand on the side of Team Quad. Core grenades running on through. Didn't cook the grenade though, he's just throwing them randomly. Maybe they'll hit someone, maybe they won't, but it's just to generally apply some kind of pressure.
It's to help lure the enemy into a false sense of security. So it's just getting those grenades out. So Quad might not know where they are, you know, throwing them in different directions. It kind of, you know, it leaves them with a mentality of where are the enemy team.
They right now, be careful, they're going to try and get the upper hand. Pacific taking a little bit of damage. They do have the terrain to work with. They got quite a nice amount of protection. Quad, Fatman, and Azrock going to be in a bad spot. ICBM going to be even in a worse spot as he is actually on his feet, on his knees, and he's going to try and use those smokes to try and regen himself in time. They do have the walls to use as a little bit of protection. Gurkhan, now they are trying to split out on the side of Hype. That's good. They're trying to really spread the offensive power of the members of Quad Core, so that's really nice to see that happen. It happened in game number 1. They're doing it again in game number 2. Really enjoying how these teams are playing today in Imperial.
They are now, as this zone is getting closer. Quad and Hype, the blue zone is going to start hitting them. That's really going to damage their health bars.
Oh, someone got run over. RG Star getting run over, disrespected completely. Now get a few shots on Gurkhan. Not really hitting anything. He does have Azzo. Oh, does put Azzo pretty low. We will be able to crouch just in time to avoid the next few flying bullets just above his head. But still, that one team on one fight. Hype versus Quad Core going on for quite a long amount of time. Still 4 members remaining on both sides in Imperium. Pretty even fight. Grenade does do a little bit of work on type of Gurkha. He's going to have to reposition now. He did give out his location, but Hype is in the outskirt of the zone. Quad is going to be out of zone very, very soon also. So now there's going to be a battle of time just to tick in bomb to see which team will be able to take the upper hand. Turtle on the ground.
I just can't help but think that this is no benefit to any of these two teams. And Quad are trying to take the safe route and get in that vehicle and drive away, Maxon.
Yeah, just leave. They have 1 member down. You just can't save him. Just let him
Exactly.
go. Yeah, sorry, Turtle that was on the side of Hype was taken down. They're gone. Just getting a car. They're pretty low. Will they be able to make it in time? They've got a lot of terrain to work with. Not too sure. They have another car over there, but it seems that like these two teams might go down to the zone. Very unfortunate. Hype do lose 1 member to the zone. That's going to be Nixon. They're just going to have to leave him. Sorry, my dude, we can't save you. Snake also extremely low, just trying to get as far as possible.
Survive.
But look at that team move out. They're just gatekeeping this zone and responding to the engage of Team Quad, losing their members 1 by 1. Quad Pacific going to be on his knee. Going to be taken down by AJ on the side of move out, and Quad Fatman going to be taken away by the zone. Quad going to be swooped out and move out. Perfect positioning on this incoming zone.
Plus, that was just on a plate for move out. On a plate. Quad were under pressure from the
be
zone.
careful. RG Star, hello. How do you do, my friend? Team 7. That's going to be Games of PUBG. Gets the upper hand on one of the beasts, and he will be taken away.
Okay, I don't. This is RG Star, the winner of game 1, looking to dominate this team fight against Games of
Still 3 members
PUBG.
alive.
Still three members alive, so they're still looking pretty good, but I do like the skirmish. It's outside the safe zone. Once again, a lot of these team fights are ending up outside the safe zone, Maxon. So these teams are really taking their time with this bigger map, and it's kind of not paying off for a lot of them.
So many people on the ground right now. Imperium having a hard time. Careful there. Game of the PUBG might be scouted out by RG. Might want to take the kill. An extra point, you know, why wouldn't you take it?
Oh!
Free kill right there. RG able to explode the car and then take down Kapaga on type of SNG Club. There you get the kill.
Boom.
Swipe out the team of Games of PUBG. Nicely done. Now, Nomad Warriors, they're behind that rock. They are in the zone, so they should be fine. Grenade's going to be raining on through. And Aldic is just going to let to die. I don't think he can really get to the save point. He's half HP. And the team knows that they put someone down, Team Rose. So if he tried to regen, I think he would be able to take him down, but they just don't have a lot of information.
No.
I don't know how many players are live on the side of Team Nomad Warriors, so they're just going to play it safe. And I can respect that, Imperium.
Yeah, of course. It's really nice position by both of these teams in a lot of ways. Using the smokes to their advantage, but now Onyx are joining in. RG are joining in. This is a absolute blast. This is, I like it. This is the end game. 21 players live, 6 teams over the zone.
Don't rush in with a car. What are you doing? Rose is here to respond. RG Star, can you take them out? Can you respond with enough firepower? You know, he's trying to use the destroy car as defensive power, but unfortunately RG Star will be losing one of their beasts, and RG Star will be taken away.
Yeah, this is Rose just going, I'm going to take control. As a team, they are really surviving very, very effectively. 2 players of RG are still alive, though, so this is pretty good. But Rose have the high ground, Max, man. They have that advantage. They also have the man advantage, but they've got to be careful of the teams that's going on around them.
That's going to be Nomad Warriors and move out, clashing against each other. Satsura just 1v4 in them without too much of a hassle. He's just fine for the time being. He's got the high ground. He can use a lot of protection, but he might get dived on through. Nomad Warriors, there's only 2 members still up and running so far, Imperium.
See what RG did? They blew up the car there.
Yeah.
Because they know that that damage can, you know, if
Grenade
one of the
on
enemy
through.
teams.
Can I get a few kills on Rose? That's a really good grenade to just come on through. Pin down Rose to mid HP on both sides. Hodge going to try and split their offensive power. They do get Rose, one of their members, on the ground because of that grenade. But now Hodge doing an insane flank, and he does shut down the side of RG Star. RG Star, winners of game 1, but not winners of game number 2.
No, not indeed. That was great play, great control
flank,
coming out from Rose.
Split your efforts.
Exactly, because they knew that RG Star were focusing on the couple of members of Rose that were around that grenade area where they were throwing it, but they didn't know that one of them had split up, flanked around, got the 2 kills, job done. Great play by Rose. 5 teams left,
Move out.
16 players.
Move out in a really bad position. I don't think you want to really use a car at this point, also because it's pretty open-ended. You've got a little bit of terrain to work with. You're going to have to try and make it in. But look at that last zone, Imperium. It's going to be completely in an open field. You have Team 10. That's going to be Team T25. They have already one member on his knees, trying to play around these smokes as much as possible. But there's a limit to how many smokes you can hold, Imperium. And they might just not have enough to make it to some point where they can actually hold their ground and defend themselves.
Well, they've just got to start moving. Ares is going to lose his life.
Yeah.
Chris might lose his life, but he could survive. Onyx are looking pretty good. We haven't talked about them that much, but they are looking pretty good. But Can, in that vehicle, going to take a bit of damage.
Yeah, Rose, looks like they're ready to pull the trigger on top of the members
There you
of
go.
Nomad Warriors. Addict going to be facing up. Oh, Rose going to be losing one member. Are they going to take him down to get that point? They should try and do so. But no, they will go and respond back to Rose. They do get the last kill. 1 point for the side of Nomad Warriors. They're trying to rush now. 2-team rush on one. They do get out
2v1.
down, unfortunately. And Satsura, can he try and pull the trigger? And can he turn it around?
Yes.
Yes, he can. Gets 1 kill. But he get taunted right back by the last remaining member of Rose. When they come on. Oh, the grenade coming out. What a beast. What a legend. Move out, AJ. You are an absolute beast.
Once again, Move Out find themselves in the perfect position to get a squad wipe.
Move out, look, they're trying to split. They're trying to engage on top of the flank right there. They're trying to good amount of weapon. Match has ended. And the victors of this second game will be Team Onyx. But Move Out did really well. But Onyx is just waiting for their time to engage, waiting for the teams to die out. And when only one team was left, they will pull the trigger.
Yeah.
They did. Onyx securing game number 2.
And Move Out got 11 kills. Onyx got 7 kills. So it's really nice pace game that happened in that game too. What I noticed, part of the reason why it was, let's say, quicker than Vikendi, quicker than game 1, is because a lot of the team fights that happened, they happened outside the safe zone. Maxman. So what happened was the blue zone would move in and it would actually just finish off the teams. So there's not really as many teams surviving later on. As you saw, that last circle was like 3-4 teams. It was really nothing. Yeah, okay, it was about 6, but, you know, a lot of teams were being taken out by the safe zone because they didn't really take into account. They were just playing maybe a little bit too slowly, and then it just hit them. And that's what the Miramar map can do, Max, man.
Yeah.
Overall, great game.
Also, like yesterday on the Miramar map, it ended in a little town, as I mentioned earlier. And this time it opened like into an end field. There was a little bit of terrain to work with, a little bit of the side of the lip of a mountain, but they just couldn't play around with that. So the fights are going to break out, of course, way more earlier, and it was going to end way earlier than what we had.
Yeah.
Like if we were yesterday on the Miramar map, maybe we would have had like 5-10 minutes extra and just people just waiting for opportunities to pull the trigger. There, they just had to go for it. Otherwise, they would just sit in ducks. So really enjoying how the game ended up. And anyways, game number 2 going over to Team Onyx, second spot to Move Out.
Yeah, and if you're talking about opportunities and taking your opportunities, let's talk about this second place team. Hype. Was it Hype?
Move Out.
Move Out. They had at least 2 opportunities where literally squads were in front of them that were low on
They were
health.
gatekeeping the zone.
And
Perfect.
they took full advantage of them. That's what helped get them those high amount of kills. And that's going to lead to a high amount of points in the overall standings. And it's just taking your opportunities and just running with it. But I also want to talk about Nomad Warriors. They put up such a good fight against the likes of Rose, against the likes of RG Star Team. They survived longer than the likes of RG Star Team. They got a couple of knockouts and a couple of blows onto the likes of Rose, but Rose had that man advantage in the end.
Yeah, that car sweep out coming out from Team Cardima. We're taking out a few minutes later than that, but they were able to get that look at that. Unfortunately, like, you should just jump out of the car at that point. You should just jump out.
Well, no, they did jump out.
They jumped out because they were dead.
No, they jumped out before they died, honestly.
Also, because you're going at that speed, you take damage when you jump out of the moving car.
Exactly.
They should have jumped earlier out. Look at that.
They
Yeah, that was
shouldn't
really
just
good.
be
Like, that
driving
was a perfect flank coming out from Move Out.
Yes.
They knew that they had some members down. They had to rush because they had the man advantage. Did so, just attacked on the left side and the right side, and they just overwhelmed them with pure power and strength.
This is Hype. Our winners looking pretty strong as well. And then this was Gamers of PUBG going up against RG, but not surviving.
Yeah, RG started a really, really nice move in that compound. Then he had Kabara just moving around with the car, but the car just exploding in his very, very face. Very unfortunate move. The car, like the late game, you might not want to use the cars, except if you want to use the car as defense, which happened later, actually.
Yep.
SMG Club did use that.
Look, Move Out. They did a lot of work. They did as much as they could, but Rose just flanked them a little bit.
We're going to see the grenade.
A little bit quicker, and that grenade did really help finish off Nomad Warriors.
Yeah, the grenade got the killing blow on Aldic, and then you see another grenade coming on through. They're pretty low. They're just going to take a little bit of extra damage, and they just get taken down. That was really nice plays coming out from Move Out, but unfortunately there, Vegeta did get the killing blow. 2 members remaining on the side of Move Out. They were trying to pick the fight, but they were just completely overwhelmed by pure pressure, and they just couldn't do much to deal with that Imperium.
Yeah, overall, great performance. Hype had that man advantage. They had a lot of health and Move Out. They took the opportunities when they could, but then when it came down to the end, they were just a little bit low on health, on resources. And yeah, it was a fantastic second place finish coming out from them. They will definitely be proud of that.
Yeah, they can be extremely proud. So once again, guys, if you didn't join in the first game there was on Vikendi, the 3 first spots to go over to RG in number 1 place. They did pretty well in the second game still. Then it was SNG Club in 2nd position, and 3rd position was Quad Core. 3 teams that we saw repeatedly in the second game quite a lot, doing a lot of the moves. And you guys can see then the standing points. Team Onyx going to be up there with 37 points with 7-point kills for themselves. Really nicely done. Then you have Move Out in their 2nd position that was doing an absolutely awesome game, but then Team Onyx did get them at the end part, just 1 team on 1. Then Rose that was securing that 3rd position.
That's what I was talking about. You look at Move Out. Okay, in fairness, they've actually done really well in both placement points and kill points, but it's that kill points I just can't help but highlight because they've got 4 extra kills, 4 more kills than Team Onyx. They're only 4 points behind in the standings. That just puts them closer to taking that top spot. Kills matter. Kills matter so much in these games, and that can be part of the reason why this second game in the Miramar map was also a little bit quicker, because teams were just maybe a little bit more aggressive even outside the play zone.
And then you see teams like T25 and everything to have like 0 kills. They've got to try and focus, play a little bit more aggressive.
Definitely.
Okay, but anyways, thanks so much, guys, for watching this second game. Once again, thank you very much to our sponsor, Vivo, for sponsoring this tournament, allowing us to bring 2.5 million cash prize dollars to this tournament, the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you in game number 3 on Erangel, where everything started. Okay. Great.
Your game, Vivo V15 series. Vivo.
Do you play PUBG Mobile? Maybe you never run out of stamina. Maybe you're always aware of your surroundings. Maybe you're an amazing cook with the pan. Maybe you're a great driver. But as soon as you hear the sound of an airplane, you get into the zone. In PUBG Mobile, you all come from different walks in life. Face the same dangers on the battleground. And you become friends. You work together to overcome the obstacles. This is PUBG Mobile. There's a number 1 in all of us. Welcome to the PUBG Mobile 1st anniversary party. PUBG Mobile. Be the one.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome your beautiful faces back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split. My name is still Maxman, and still going to be joined by my fellow friend and caster Imperium. We are ready to jump into game number 3 on Erangel. Let's go.
Erangel, man. Erangel, the map that just never disappoints. You know,
the most action's been given on Erangel so far.
The most hype, the most... Yeah, just the best plays we've seen so far in my eyes has come out from Erangel, and I'm expecting nothing different. And especially because, like I mentioned before we went to break, that these teams in Group C and D, in my eyes, are a lot more even than the teams in Group A and B. So I'm really interested to see how they play out the Erangel map.
Yeah, I can't wait to see before we jump into game number 3. Thank you very much to Vivo, who sponsors this PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split, allowing us to bring $2.5 million to the total cash prize. And also, Vivo is the official smartphone of the PUBG Mobile Club Open, so definitely a really good device to play PUBG on. But anyways, game number 3 is underway. Get ready before we go on to Erangel.
Yeah, so
They're
this
very
is
south, yeah.
This is an interesting trajectory for the plane. It is going to favor a lot of teams that really love to go to the military base, and teams that want to go to George Pool. They are probably going to land around the hospital area, grab into a vehicle, and head into the George Pool area. But then teams are dropping quite evenly across this plane.
We don't have Team No Mercy this time to go into Pochinski and just apply absolute dominance this time. We're not in day 1. We are day 2 here with Group C and Group D going to be facing up against each other, ladies and gentlemen. Team Rose directly going straight for Pochinki. In those 2 first games, they were playing super aggressive, so not really surprised that they go in that kind of direction.
Oh, yes. Pochinki is the area of the map that can pull out some of the absolutely craziest action.
Yeah.
If you survive Pochinki in a team fight situation, that's it. You've already won, so to speak. So yeah, we do see a couple of teams, gamers of PUBG, along with Rose, looking to head around the Pochinki area, possibly then towards school and Rostock.
Everyone just running away from military base, just don't want to deal with that whatsoever. The zone is going to be then towards George Pool and school, and also towards Pochinki and shooting range, so they'll be fine. Already fights coming out in Pochinki.
Between Rose and
the
Team
Destroyer.
5, which is the Destroyer. We haven't seen much of them.
They're just rushing. Look at the beast of the Rose just going for it. He's going to rush now for S member of the Destroyer. He's just hiding. Please don't kill me. I don't want to die right now. I don't have a weapon. Run, baby, run. Come over here. He's got the Uzi. Okay, he's just not going to pick the fight. Does he have enough? Like, he doesn't have any more ammo or something? I don't think he's...
I don't think he has any more ammo.
Oh, he's low. Come on. He's just trying to dodge the bullet. Trying to dodge everything. He gets taken down at a very long range with the shotgun by Hodge. And he will be given an extra kill. First kill over to the members. And they're trying to get kills back and forth. Oh, that's going to be still the Destroyer losing their members 1 by 1. Impure Rose seeming to be the dominant team in this Pochinki top.
And it's a little bit of a shame because, like I just said, we haven't seen much of the Destroyer. Well, we're not going to see much more of Destroyer in this game too. Nice pun, nice pun. Yeah. So yeah, nice start from Rose. It's really what they want. It's in the Pochinki map. They've controlled that area now, and they will have maximum lootage until obviously another team arrives. And then we're in the Novaprint area. You see gamers of PUBG really just having an open space to loot up in those
T25
barrels, and yeah, looking pretty good.
Yeah, then Shinigami Bolt, they're just going to be in this city on their own, on the coast, like not on the coastline, but like they're around the river, so no one really going to try and attack them from that position, so they're pretty good so far. Towards the school area, that's going to be RG Star just claiming absolute dominance and claiming this positioning for themselves. A lot of loot potential there. That's like one of the most heavy loot positions in Erangel all around with George Pool, so they're going to have quite a few weapons under their belt to fight with in the near future. Team Onyx just going to be in the military base. No one going to fight them whatsoever. They don't know, I think, that no one's there, but if they knew, they would just like farm it as fast as possible, then just leave and go towards the zone as fast as possible. Because if you want to go from military base to where the zone is, you do have that bridge. And if some, like once again, we have team like Move Out just holding the zone as well as they possibly can. So they might try and repeat that process as we had on Miramar in game number 2 in this 3rd game on Erangel. So if they want to start moving, they've got to try and move early, or team might claim dominance on that bridge.
Yeah, exactly, and that's something that I definitely want to be careful of. We do look at RG Star. Had two pretty good games to begin with. Yeah, they're going to avoid gamers of PUBG Mobile. I apologize, I did get T25 mixed up between those really shortly ago. But yeah, and gamers PUBG occupying the school area, but they're going to have to be aware of the fact that RG Star are very close to them.
Yeah, just RG Star, they knew that someone was around the corners. They just like got straight together instantly. Yep. So they're really nice team play right there. A lot of communication and synergy coming through of that team. That's been like pretty dominant overall in those two first games. They won game number 1, so I think you can call that being pretty dominant. And game 2, even though they didn't get into the top 3, they were still up in the last teams remaining in around top 5, top 6. So they are definitely one team to look out for. SNG, one of the sneakiest teams we've ever seen Imperium in this tournament so far. And they're just going to be on their looting phase. Still same for Headshot, just going to be taking their time. No one in the surrounding area, so they are good to go.
They are good to go indeed. And yes, this is the team of T25. As I said, I love those players' names. Loki, Chris, Odin, and Ares. That is just godlike names. Godlike names. And hopefully they live up to that. They've yet to really hit those heights, but hopefully this first Erangel game of day 2 will give them the opportunity.
I think Team RG Star just got spotted out. Can he try and get a shot? If he gets the kill, that'll be absolutely awesome. I have the map on top of us. We see a few information for you guys if you want. Trying to change car. He's going to try and just going to spray with the AKM. Not really hitting any shots. You're going to be put in a bit of pressure and damage on that car from RG Star, but they're just going to try and take as many cars as possible. We saw that went against some players in Miramar.
Exactly.
So splitting their cars is a good thing to do.
Yeah, of course. I always promote that you want to split, have at least 2 cars split up between the full team. For this movement. Now, what I do find interesting is that they are simply moving to avoid the gamers of PUBG. And that does say a little bit about either, one, the lack of loot that they have, MaxFan, or their mentality that they don't necessarily want to go up against gamers of PUBG.
Well, they were definitely one of the better teams we saw in the tournament so far. They were doing really well holding those compounds to the ground under their dominance. So I understand if you want to try and avoid them, but after they maybe didn't know it was them either, can't see the names, so just see people and just run away. They're just trying to play it as passive as possible. Yeah. But yeah, so here you're going to have Team 2, Team KG SWAT. They're just going to be holding this hospital area. Just going to try and scout out anyone that's coming from Georgeport if they do need so, because there's a big looting ground. And we did have a few teams that did, one team that did go over there. There was Team, with all the god names, that's going to be making their way. T25. That's going to be making their way out. And RG Star, just everyone just slowly rush into points of interest. Here you have a quad core back at it again. Just going to try and claim this terrain for themselves. They're just taking their time. Not a lot much. It takes a lot of time for Erangel for action to be put together. Now just teams are just heavily just looting. They still have 56 teams alive.
56 players.
56 players. Oh, sorry, 56 players and 14 teams still up and going.
One squad was wiped, the destroyer early on in the Pachinki area by Rose. So that's the only real squad wipe we've had. We do see that Team 4 and Team 2, the teams of SNG Club and KG SWAT, quite close to each other. I like the hospital compound coming in favor. Now T25 went on a bit of a boating trip, Sunday boat trip, even though it's Saturday, and are now coming into the grasp of Hype, who did very well in game 2.
It's D-Day. They're arriving to try and claim victory, but right now they have Hype that's going to be trying to catch them right there. Loki did get put on his knees, very unfortunately. They just landed, and Chris is going to try and sneak his way in front a little bit. Maybe you want to try and regen your friend in the back there, as we have them a little bit split. There you have the remaining 2 members.
Wait.
We're arriving, guys. We're arriving. It's cool. We'll try and help out. But now it would be a very smart decision for them to split their forces. But Gurkai is very far ahead in those bushes, trying to play it sneaky. Maybe trying to wait for them, for some members of T25 to actually push. From Team Onyx to actually push, and then they could try and fight them in their backs.
Look at them.
Okay, that's going to be T25. They just get out of the car, trying to use that at some defensive position. Now the zone has moved in. Now it's a question of time before we can actually see who's going to be claiming victory. He didn't kick the grenade. He didn't crook it, so I don't think that grenade is going to get anyone. It might if they're lucky. Right on top of the car. car's going to normally explode. Not going to be doing much right there. They do avoid the damage just in time. I think they scouted that grenade. And now that's going to give the opportunity for Loki and Chris to just move out and play a little bit more safe, as Hype just doesn't want to deal with this whatsoever.
But that's good. That's really good, because when we saw on the last, on the Vikendi map, or sorry, on the Miramar map, you know, a lot of teams kind of battled in around the blue zone area, and they kind of got squad wiped potentially more heavily because they got hit by the blue zone. So Hype and T25, Hype and T25, both playing very calculated and actually very passive just to make sure they get into the safe zone. I
got to say something. I love what RG Star are doing. They dropped at the south part of the map and they moved right up to the tippity top of the map to the north section, west to be completely exact. And the zone is just going to the complete advantage because once again, as we saw in Vikendi, if you go on the coastline, no one can attack you from behind. So now they just have to push in as the zone closes up on them. And that's just perfect positioning. So RG Star definitely going to be one of the teams to look out in terms of pure positioning in this game. And pure pressure they can apply. And AWM is going to be here, going to be really good for the mid sections of the game.
Yeah, hello, this is Imperium, and I've got fresh delivery for one of you PUBG Mobile teams. That was delivered by by courier, freshly ready for one of you guys to collect, but nobody is around to get it right now. We'll see if that will be picked up at some point in this game. Now we do see Team 14, Cardema, really in a nice area just outside school. They're in the safe zone. They're looting up. They've got that one vehicle. It would be nice to see them split that up into two vehicles. And yes, now KG SWAT.
Gimme.
Going for the bait, going for this loot, and Team 11 quite close. I'm going to have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, they won't have time to get on top, I think. Rose, they are finally moving out of Pachinski, as the zone is just going to be on the outskirts of Pachinski when it does close
up. In two vehicles as well.
Yeah,
in two vehicles.
I think they cleared out Pachinski, so there's no one really there. But
see,
like right now, they do get it.
He went for the loot, and he got knocked down. Fantastic play by SGI.
Car 98, can he get the kill? Pretty low, but he gets to the safety of the car just in time, but he can still shoot right under those little holes. And can he get it? I'm not too sure. I think he's in a really bad situation.
Well,
he does use the smoke to try and give some extra cover, but it's just not going to be enough. He's going to be going down unless Tima can get there at the split last second, but even I don't think that's going to really happen. And as we see SGI, they do claim one kill, and Team are going to be a little bit too late to try and save his friend.
Yeah, that was a great
He got the AWM back from him, I believe.
Yeah, I think he did.
He let him die on purpose, it's mine.
Either way, now Shinigami's been put under pressure by KG SWAT. We do see the battle out between the two buildings. Great position by Shinigami.
Yeah, 3v4. They do have the upper hand for Shinigami Black. Oh, a little bit of scout. They had the head there. Just not able to really get it. Bullets flying high today, Imperium. They're just going to take their time, and I think it would be a good situation from a KG SWAT to actually try and peel back, as the zone is going to be like forcing onto Shinigami Black, so they should be fine for now, and I think they can just hold their ground. But it seems like they are ready to leave and not ready to pick that skirmish. As you have right now, 2 members of Hype going against 4 members of Team 7. There is Gamers of PUBG. Gamers of PUBG got avoided earlier, but now they should be into the fight. They can't run away.
4v4?
Yeah, now they have 2 members a little bit further away. They're going to try and fight as soon as possible, but they're slowly making their way up these stairs trying to fight Gamers of PUBG.
Oh, look at where Yamin is.
Yeah.
He's in a ridiculously good spot just
you can see him from
above
under
the
if they look
stairwell.
up. If they look up, they can see him. So it can be a really good position to, like, play around. But when you're playing against skilled team like Hype, they will know this kind of location and they will check them out.
Okay, fair enough. But it's going to be interesting how that does play out, if we can get definitely another bit of a viewing on that team fight. But overall, the map view, very centralized, safe spot.
Hype. One guy down. They're going to try and res him back up right now to try and put all of the effort they can.
Yeah, but look at where Gamers of PUBG are trying to position. They're getting into nooks and crannies.
Oh yes, look at that grenade. Got cooked up. Oh, he just put down Gurkha YouTube. Good job right there. But now they're just not going to commit on that. I think they should rush it right now.
They should go for it. They should commit hard. They go in as a 4-man team.
They're rushing for it. Gamers of PUBG pulling the trigger. Do put a few members down on the side of Gamers of Hype, and now Hype on the bottom part. But now look at Nixon. Look at this HP is just so low. Take him down, goddammit. Now he's taken away, and they swipe out the side of Team Hype. That took way too long, but that was still the good thing to do if you're on the side of Gamers of PUBG.
They pulled the trigger when they had to. They got that knockdown. They were trying to position for covering every nook and cranny of that building if hype moved towards them. But getting that knockdown, boom, that was their play.
Oh, that's not the best situation to be in. If you're on the side of Nomad Warriors, you have the hero right behind you and you're just in an open field getting harassed by the side. I didn't see what team was harassing them
I think it was actually Onyx.
Do you think it's Onyx?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not too
Onyx.
Sure. If it is Onyx, it's not too shabby for them, but I don't think they're really fighting much. They're fighting around the bridge right now, and you're going to have then T25. They're just going to be making an absolute run for it. But Odin gets shot into the car, into submission, and he's on the bridge, and he should be open to taking damage, but he just gets a little bit off terrain to save his life.
Now
But
we
look
see
at that,
the mini.
Chris, you can't hide from them. The grass isn't unfortunately loaded into the game right now. Milza just has easy shots on Chris, and Chris will be taken down. 2 members down on the side of T25 as they try to make a rush through the bridge. But once again, when you're in the car, it's pretty predictable to shoot.
Onyx had a great performance in that last game. They're looking to carry it on into this Erangel map, take out T25, add to their kill.
Can you get Chris?
Spree.
Go for it. Go for it. Go get him. Go get oh, no. Look at a sniper shot coming on through. Oh, that was such a nice play. Loki with the mini 14 right there. Imperium getting a nice amount of work done. But then RG Star against Move Out, and Move Out, they are moving the hell out of here, boy.
Yeah, we do see now. In fairness, Nomad Warriors are looking pretty good. They took out 1 member of SNG in another
Headshot.
area of the map, and that RG Star team are looking to take out.
Yeah, headshot versus team Karadima going to be playing in those water-infested areas. We have someone down, SNG. They're going to take him down finally. You got to do that. You got to try and get points. This is a tournament. You don't play fair. You never play fair in tournaments.
No, but every man for himself or team for himself. Nomad Warriors do get taken out. Fantastic by Sonyo Green to, I think it was either with a grenade or otherwise. And now the final member of Nomad.
Yeah, that's one thing. When you take the car, you're extremely slow to start up, and they will be able to take down Nomad Warriors. Nomad Warriors team is going to be swooped out.
I think they have one member left. I don't know if that's the full squad wipe. Yeah,
Nomad
they
is number
do.
16.
They have 2 members.
Oh,
they have 2 members left.
Well, they
My
have
apologies.
half swipe out.
Half wipe. It's still 2 kills going over to the side of SNG. So really great play by them. And now, yeah, this river shootout by grenades. RG Star team being put under pressure by Team 2. As we do see, fantastic shot coming out from Beast.
Never peek out the window just like that, Vital. You'll be shut down. Now, Tima is going to be one of the last men. He's going to be the last member still up and ready to answer back to the engage of RG Star. We will get shut down, and that's going to be one team swooped out once again. Team.
RG Star team once again getting
I love
a
their aggressive
squad wipe.
plays.
I do
And
love
the
their
zone they're just pushing in too.
Yeah,
Perfect.
they seem to flank around, and we've seen it a couple of times already in these games from these teams. They know how to flank around and to pull the trigger and get that that squad wipe win.
Yeah, right now, look at that. They have 2 members on the side of Car Dimmer that's going to be on their knees. Not sure they can actually make it out alive, unfortunately. They might be able to regen just in time, but right now they're going to have another fight move out. They're going to go over the bridge. And they have Onyx. They're holding that bridge for freaking centuries. Why would you try to force that bridge right now? Trying to get to the zone as fast as possible, but Onyx are just in a perfect position to play that gatekeeping position. And RG Star just going to make a rush for it. They luckily lose no one, but Move Out did lose one of their members.
Yeah, so that was pretty good by RG Star team, but they've got to be careful. They're far from in the safe zone right now because Onyx is really keeping a hold of them.
RG Star, they have the position in enemies, and now anyone that's going to try and force through the bridge, they are the gatekeepers now.
Nah, to begin with, no, because RG Star team gets a shot on to move over.
But that's to move in too. Look, they're rushing in, going to try and get into the car. They're going to be pushing with 2 cars for themselves. But that means they're also easy shots. And look at that. Onyx, as I said, again, gatekeep by RG Star. Under fire, they're going to try and claim this little building for themselves. And Onyx just makes it out. Barely just taking a few shots in their head, but RG Star not hitting all their shots.
No, they've got to be really careful now. We do see their Team 14 card. Them are looking to get onto Headshot right now. Do you see? He gets the job done. Great play by Eagle Shot.
Yeah, Headshot going to be using one of the member, Med2. And you have one name that I can't pronounce once again of Team Headshot. It's going to be a little bit further away. Can't really give assistance, and that's going to be Headshot losing one of their members. Onyx, they're on the move. They're trying to play around these smokes right now to try and give them a little bit more coverage. Guyton of Team Headshot is in the water, and I don't think no one's going to try and save him. He is in the out of the zone Imperium, so he's going to take that extra bit of tick damage. Eagle Shot able to get the trade-off and shuts down Med2 as he was on the ground, getting an extra point for their side. And look at that explosion right there. Gamers of PUBG losing so many players on their side.
Yeah, now Headshot do still have one player remaining in this game. We are in to the near 20-minute mark of this game. 28 players alive, 10 teams left. This is now going to start to get that little bit spicier because teams are getting closer together. This safe zone is getting tighter, and Quad are getting the kills on the card, Dimma.
Rose, they're going to try and get the engage on Gamers of PUBG, still with 2 players alive. And trying to split their forces a little bit. Oh, panicking a little bit too low right now, and he will be put on his knees on the tippity top of this mountain in the center of the zone.
Rose proving too much for Gamers of PUBG
so
right now.
I love it. Look at that, the grenade does some work on top of Hodge. Does put him down. Can they get the kills though? Maybe you want to try and regen her Rose, but if he does regen, then he's going to get harassed and dived onto. So he's got to try and fight right now. He's going to try and use his first aid. He's still trying to pick a fight as aggressive as he possibly can. They should be out of the zone very soon. Oh, they're just out of the zone, just barely. But that means they can't back out of the fight.
Gamers of PUBG have the safe zone.
Yeah.
They and they also have the high ground. So
Rose,
really,
Rose trying to get the upper hand. No, he will get overwhelmed by Yamin. See you later, and that's going to be their side getting absolutely swooped out. See you later.
Yeah. Rose unfortunately got themselves into a position where they had low ground. They took too much heat. The grenade swooped in by Gamers of PUBG.
They lost a few players before too.
It was just a little bit too much for them, but they put up a good fight and they took it head on. They didn't try and run away, Max, and that gives a lot of credit from my side over to them. So well played, Rose. But Gamers of PUBG will move on into the top 10 of this game 3 if they can climb up that little bit further with 23 players alive, 9 teams left. The safe zone is getting closer. It seems like it's going to end up in a bit of a kind of a high ground, open-ended area. Modern Nomad Warrior looking to get the job done.
Move out. They're going to have an easy shot location on top of Headshot. Last remaining member, I do believe so. And he's trying to play around this terrain a little bit, trying to get the surprise factor on top of AJ, but he's just got solo HP. He's able to still get a kill. He's able to turn it around pretty well, but they just like split their efforts, and Pang Me will be able to get that killing blow and shut down that team.
But still great play by Headshot, in fairness, up until that point. He was the only member left, and now RG Star Team looking to take down Quad right now and move on forward. They've got the safe zone. They've got a lot of building protection. Now Gamers of PUBG are going to be trying to move in, Maxman.
Gamers of PUBG and RG Star, 2 of the most dominant teams in this third match on Erangel in Pyramid. Now they're going to have to face it out. Gonna see who's going to be able to win it, but they do have the cover on the side of RG Star, and Gamers of PUBG are only 3 members strong, so 3v4, but we've already seen so many clutches and 3v4 scenarios going to the smallest team that I wouldn't be surprised if Gamers of PUBG can get the upper hand, as they're just going to start playing around with these grenades.
Whoa! Yeah, but RG Star Team might be put under pressure by Onyx.
Yeah, look at that flank coming out from Onyx. Mirza doing a nice amount of work with that mini 14 with 14 bullets. And they're going to try and get a few damage out. Look at that. M24 also from Can. Time of Onyx, they're just now they're getting sandwiched back, and that is Star is not the best situation. They just can't really respond to both of these aggressions.
I wonder if Onyx know that there's a third team there. I wonder if they know that Gamers of PUBG are there, because this is a 3-way fight.
RG Star losing another member might be spelling desolation for them. They have 2 members on the ground, going to try and regen them back in time. They did regen them. There's only 2 members up and going right now. They can't regen the other third member of RG Star. So RG Star not looking to be in the best of scenarios. Move out, just going to try and sneak their way through. Sneakity snake, as always. This is Erangel after all.
Yeah, but they've only got 45 seconds to move. They've got 45 seconds to get into that safe zone, Maxan. Otherwise, they're going to start losing a lot of chunky life from that blue zone.
Everything is coming together, Imperium. 6 teams remaining, 16 players alive. And they are in a pretty open-ended area of the map on the flank of this mountain.
Right now, it seems that Onyx actually have the higher advantage with the
they have the terrain to work with.
They have the terrain to work with. Gamers of PUBG are not in a bad position, Maxman, because they are in the safe zone and they don't really have anybody behind them. However, Nomad Warriors are behind them, so they've got to be careful of that. But yeah, they've just got what Gamers of PUBG need to do is they actually need to use RG as a distraction.
SNG going to be spotted out, baby. They're able to respond with some good firepower. Pangami going to be on his knees. Oh, goes down just in time there, SNG. SNG not the best of situations. They're on the outskirts of the zone. I don't think they can really force it in. He's trying to sneak it through. Oh, he has the information. Does get 1 shot down with the Kar 98. Can he get another one? Oh, he starts running just in time. Usain Bolt in PUBG Mobile, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
He doesn't, but he doesn't know where that shot came from, Maxman. He doesn't
He's got
know that it
people
was
in
a
front
member
and
of
on
Onyx.
this right. Like, they're just in the worst of situations. If you're SNG, I think that this might be the end of this story today, Imperium. Grenades flying low. Can they avoid it? They're trying to play around with smokes and grenade themselves.
Move Out aren't exactly in the super nicest position for themselves. It's just a cluster of teams around this small
anyone's
area.
seen them. I don't think they've been scouted out right now.
Not as much as the likes of SNG for sure, because they've been spotted by Onyx. But yeah, and Nomad Warriors, who've been fairly kind of quiet, lost 2 members somewhat earlier on. They're still looking good, and Onyx do take out SNG, if I am correct, and we are down to 5 teams with 13 players, Maxman.
RG Star have the best positioning in this game. The zone is in their advantage. It's almost going to be closed out. So we'll see the next zone, Imperium, and I think that might show which team will have the biggest advantage. But that grenade was actually pretty well launched overall.
But even, you've got Nomad Warriors, you've got RG, and you've got players of PUBG, gamers of PUBG, in such a small area, all vying to get into that building, Maxon. And then you've Onyx in the background. Yes, they're in the safe zone, but they're being slowly put under pressure. Move over, looking to move away.
The Mini is a really good weapon to have in this moment because you just got a higher rate of fire on this DMR. It's just great to have because even if you miss, you can just keep spraying and spraying and spraying. And because you don't have that many building and cover, you don't have to look for that perfect shot. You can just spray and hope on getting them down, which is great to have right now. Grenade going to be cooked by Oldic on the side of Nomad Warriors. Can he get the kill? 2 members of RG Star pretty close together. Grenade coming up through, and he puts 1 member down. Good job. Maybe you want to start engaging now, but he only has 2 members on the side of Nomad Warriors, so I don't think they can really do much. You will have the Molotov. Maybe you want to try and use it now. Good job. Can you try and put them in a really bad scenario?
Gamers of PUBG are going to try and use this to their advantage. They're moving in Zoros on the left-hand side of Aloic. The Molotov cocktail didn't seem to have a huge effect.
That 2 rooms there, yeah.
Look at Satsuras. Satsuras knocked down, so now, realistically right now, that final member of Nomad Warriors is kind of on his own.
Yeah, look at that. RG Star slowly but surely getting surrounded. Nomad Warriors, they will be losing one of their members, unfortunately, going to be on his knees. And they're able to respond back in some firepower. And look at that. Gamers of PUBG going to be losing one of their members. Going to try and rush through, but then Nomad Warriors with the zone right behind them. With
RG are still surviving.
They can't engage any further. But now RG Star, they're getting rushed by Move Out. They're going to have to try and just get out of that little house right now. Move Out. They are looking to try and rush, trying to play really aggressive. RG Star, they want to try and hold their ground as much as possible. That car going to give them a little extra layer of defense. Not going to be taking anyone down, unfortunately, but they're doing a really good job. Move Out. Just trying to hold their ground. They're really, really playing together. Oh, we're going to shoot right under the car. Look at that. The double man clutch. And he gets 3. What a beast. RG Star doing the moves.
RG, you
the beast of RG Star again.
Mother trucker of a player, just clutch kills, trying to take control, but Onyx in the background of just being like,
Look at that. Teams are going down like flies. RG Star, he has 1 member remaining. Onyx has 3 members strong. They're going to try and play around these smokes as much as possible. And he's going to try and regen himself there on the side of RG Star. But I think there's going to be a really, really bad spot. Onyx has got 3 different lines to fight from, and he's going to try and regen him in time. Will get taken down very unfortunately, just the last split second. Onyx has 3 different locations and has a lot of cover, which is not the case of RG Star, the beast of RG Star. Can he make it out alive? Will we have a clutch? Definitely going to be really hard to pull out. Look at that. He has the positioning. He's going to try and get.
He's doing it.
He's going to try and get all the damage. He's trying his best.
He's making Onyx move around. Yeah. He's making them question where they should be on this map.
He's got the M4. He's got tier 3 backpack, not really useful at this point. Only a tier 1 protection and tier 2 helmet. So he's not in the best of situations, and he's going to get put under power. Like, once again, Onyx has that M14. They can just spray on top of RG Star because they do not have that kind of cover. Only the smoke that's going to wear out. He has doesn't have any more smokes, I believe, right now. I can't see any more smokes in his items, so I think he's going to be in a really bad situation. He's going to take a bit of damage right there, and they know where he is. He knows his about location. Going to be using that first aid kit. Going to try and play the long game as much as possible. He's just under fire. He's going to get sprayed down, and it's not really much at that point he can do. RG Star still 2nd position with what they were doing. They were doing absolutely awesome, able to get the clutch move on Move Out. But Onyx,
Maxman, 19 kills RG Star team got.
Yeah,
19 kills.
19.
Man, that 3rd game, should I say? Once again, Erangel doesn't fail to disappoint, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely clutch plays. Onyx played very safe, Maxman. They played very safe because what they were able to do was they were able to hold out their own position. They weren't getting spot out because they weren't really shooting at people that could expose them. They let the enemy teams shoot each other, and they picked up the pieces.
Exactly. That's all they had to do. And that means Imperium also. That means that's the first clutch 2-win in a row in the PUBG Mobile Club Open Spring Split. Onyx claiming victory on Miramar and Erangel. Definitely working out for them, these larger maps.
Yeah, but also it shows the diversity they have for these maps, and the experience of this Pakistani team is really showing up, as you are now going to see the highlights.
What up?
I didn't know they'd rendered your face into PUBG Mobile.
Wow, I won't even answer to that. But like, we were looking right now at one of the first fights that happened in Pachinki there. The upper hander was going over to Team Rose, playing once again very, very aggressive. And like Rose made it right until the end, second place. And they started fighting, like this was one of the first teams that started fighting in this game.
Yeah.
And they was one of the last.
Yeah.
So they've been really consistent and really aggressive. And those kill points, like at the start of the tournament, they're maybe not that impactful. But like when the further you get in the tournaments, like when you start doing your like getting towards 10, 11, 12 games, those kill points are going to be so important. So if they play aggressive consistently throughout the entirety of the tournament, that's going to be huge. That was a really nice quick grenade coming out from the side of Gamers of PUBG, able to put one member down, and Gamers of PUBG turning that man deficit into an advantage on their side and just clearing out the members remaining on the side of Team Hype. There, that was a very nice move.
It was just a really fantastic flank.
Yeah.
With that one grenade that just really knocked one member of Hype out. That was just that trigger, that pull of just go in, let's wipe the rest of them down, and happy days.
Yeah, they just nice games overall. That was Team RG Star. Look at them again playing aggressive, no fear, just fight. KG SWAT just getting absolutely taken away and overwhelmed by sheer power out of the members of Rose. And now you see that little fight of Gamers of PUBG and Rose. They did lose 2 members at that time, very, very unfortunately. They're a little bit split all around. Yeah.
Like when you look at that, like that was always a losing battle for Rose. It was always a losing battle, and they did what they could. But I love that a lot of these teams are being very aggressive right until the end, right until that final breath in their team. And they're just not afraid to try and get as much as they can out of it.
Yeah, that was a nice quick grenade also from Aldic, able to get someone down. They didn't rush on that, unfortunately. They did still have the man deficit, unfortunately. And then there was a Gamers of PUBG that did get scouted out, get taken down. Gamers of PUBG able to respond there against RG Star, pinning one member.
Yeah, but
on
they
his
turned it
knees.
around.
Yeah, but look at that. That was a huge clutch. The beast of RG Star. 3 members down, 1v3, huge plays.
Yeah, really fantastic. Helped him to survive very heavily. Now, he did lose his life afterwards, wasn't able to be revived. And Onyx, like I said, just in the background, from a distance, watching it all unfold like a TV show, and then just moved in and got that final kill.
That's all they had to do. So once again, guys, if you just missed the action barely, game number 3 on Erangel did go over to Team Onyx, just absolutely dominating and putting a lot of presence in this third game. Second position went over to RG Star. They had one of the best games, I think, for them so far in their first 3 games. And then team move out. But they, like RG Star, once again, they did win game number 1 on Vikendi.
Yeah.
So they're still in the lead in terms of pure and sheer points. They're in the lead.
Yeah, of course. It's just so amazing to see all these teams just playing at such a high level. Like RG Star team, in my opinion, that's probably the best performance I've seen from a team so far in the wildcard region, at least. Because yes, looking on yesterday's games, the likes of Nova and other teams stood out very heavily. But like I said, in my opinion, Group C and Group D, the skill and the ability from all the teams is much more even. So to actually stand out like RG have in that game 3 shows how well they played compared to every single other team in this wildcard region.
Yeah, just so much nice play, so much action coming to you through the power of Vivo, the official sponsor of the PUBG Mobile Club Open, and they are allowing us to put the cash prize up to $2.5 million. And you can see all these teams are taking extremely seriously, playing to the best of their potential and trying to claim these points as soon as possible. Right now, the standings for this third game was indeed then RG Star team with 41 points.
Even though they finished second in the standing in the point standings, with those 19 kills, it put them in top position after game 3. That's what makes it different now. In Onyx,
but look, even RG Star was second and they got 19 points.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Insane.
But Team Onyx, in fairness to them, even though in the end they played safe, to get the win. They still got 9 kills throughout the whole game. That's nothing to sniff at. And then obviously gamers of PUBG pulled out a fantastic performance to finish in 3rd and move out, should I say. Respectfully got 4th.
Yeah, that was a lot of nice plays. But anyways, that was the first game on Erangel. A second game will be coming on very through. 4th game of the day will be on Erangel, where everything started. Once again, I was Maxman, joined by Imperium. We'll see you after a very short break. Yeah.
Up your game. Vivo V15 Series. Vivo.
Do you play PUBG Mobile? Maybe you never run out of stamina. Maybe you're always aware of your surroundings. Maybe you're an amazing cook with the pan. Maybe you're a great driver. But as soon as you hear the sound of an airplane, you get into the zone. In PUBG Mobile, you all come from different walks in life. But you face the same dangers on the battleground. And you become friends. You work together to overcome the obstacles. This is PUBG Mobile. There's a number 1 in all of us. Welcome to the PUBG Mobile 1st anniversary party. PUBG Mobile. Be the one.
1 year ago today, PUBG Mobile went online in over 200 countries. On the 1 year anniversary of the game, we're here with you to witness the honor and the glory. The anniversary Royale Pass will go live as scheduled with the usual variety of rewards and a load of anniversary exclusive items, such as the brilliant anniversary outfit, the retro anniversary set, and the L&Q Chicken M762 finish. Don't miss out. PUBG Mobile, be the one. UC spent in Royale Pass will be fully refunded as your Royale Pass ranks up, so you can buy next season's pass. Royale Pass, you deserve it. Royale Pass Season 6 is here. This season's theme is 1 year anniversary of PUBG Mobile, with lots of rare items. We've also added lots of more realistic and hardcore items to your Royale Pass rewards. Turn yourself into an elite soldier. UC spent in Royale Pass will be fully refunded as your Royale Pass ranks up, so you can buy next season's pass. Royale Pass.
Ha! Gotcha. Royale Pass. You deserve it.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Yo, Mike, are you ready?
Wait. Should I go with the UMP9 or UC?
Sun's out, guns out.
Gear up for summer.
Ready?
Okay. Well,
Ready? Sorry. I'm late.
Any plans for fall break?
happy graduation! You made it, bro. So proud of you.
Sorry I'm late. What a day.
I hear ya.
Get
Come
this.
on.
Hey,
Watch out. Take this.
that's
Hey.
a real battleground.
Are you ready?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, you beautiful faces, back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open, brought to you through the power of Vivo, the official sponsor of this split. My name is still Max, and I'm going to be joined by my fellow friend and caster Imperium for game number 4, once again on Erangel, where everything started.
Yeah, we've had 3 fantastic games
3
so
insane
far.
games.
In Vikendi, in Miramar, and of course the last game in Erangel, and we're going right back at it in Erangel. Some of these teams have been absolutely fantastic, and have mentioned a couple of times, Maxman, of how I feel that the quality of teams and the ability of Group C and D is a lot higher compared to Group A and B. And we've been looking at the standings, Maxman, and we've noticed that based on the points, the likes of RG Star Team and Onyx, they're looking really strong in the overall standings.
Yeah, if we want to go over the exact point system, boys and girls, right now, Team RG Star, there was like second position, but still, they were number 1 basically last game because they had 22 positioning points, and then they had so many kills that they are ahead, and they are officially the number 1 of the last game, but they didn't get the chicken dinner. But still, they got so many kills and played so aggressive. It was worth it at the end of the day, even if you don't secure that number 1 spot, because right now, RG in the complete standings of Group A, Group B, C, and D, all mixed up together, Team RG Star only 6 points away from Nova Esports.
So, Nova have essentially, in the overall standings, have 4 games. RG have only 3 games, and they're still only 6 points behind Nova. And even when you look at Onyx, are in 3rd place overall, and they're only 15 points behind Nova.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm really excited to see when the likes of Group A clash with Group C and the likes of Group B clash with Group D and etc. later on in the coming days and weeks. So it's really exciting. But of course, that's then. This is now. We've got this last game. We've got Erangel. We've got these teams ready and lighting up to face on this last game of the day. They want to end on a positive note, Max, and they want to really turn the tables and turn it around so that they can go into tomorrow's games and go, yeah, okay, we're still in this.
We told you, ladies and gentlemen, the action is on Erangel, and so far it hasn't really disappointed us. We just got everything we wanted.
And I want to talk a bit about like the teams that are, let's say, lower down, because sometimes it's easy to focus on the top teams, on the likes of RG Star, when you pull out clutch plays like RG Star did. But we've seen some great plays from the likes of Headshot, from the likes of Rose, from the likes of Shinigami Black. They're lying between the 8th, 9th, and 12th, 13th position. So they have really a lot that they can improve on, right? They can really kind of stand out in that last game, move up 4, 5, 6 places, and then put them into the running for tomorrow's games.
And definitely, after this is also just the first weekend. We got an entire month of action, but when you think about it, you got the we didn't run out the round groups. Yeah. So we got like 32 teams with all the groups set up together, and they were going to reduce that after to 24, then 16, and then smaller and smaller until we get to the live event and the grand finals and everything like that. So you still got to try and get as good of a position as early on this first weekend. You can rectify next weekend, but anyways. Enough talking for both of us, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you mean enough talking for both of us? We have to cast it.
Let's go. Game number 4, Erangel. Once again, 2 in a row. Let's see if we're going to get an action-packed game like last one.
Of course, it's a completely different playing trajectory compared to the last game, Max. So it's very much going from the north to the south, somewhat heading from the east to the west. Very diagonal play. Favoring the teams that want to land and loot out George Paul, for sure. And then even if you want to hit up School Pachinki, it's a nice central-based playing trajectory.
Is Rose going to go and repeat what they did last game and go for Pachinki again? I think so, they already dropped. That's Rose going to be going right away for one of the most active zones in the early stages of this game. Then you have Team Nomad Warriors, and also Team 5. TD is going to be rotating off. They're just pretty good so far.
Yeah, so that's what I'm kind of seeing. I do like the fact that Nomad Warrior have dropped in Severity. It's not a popular place, but my God, I actually think it's a really nice place to drop and just to then move down towards that safe zone and to really get a good idea of where you stand in the rest of the game. Of course, we see the likes of T25 and Onyx heading towards a military base and the Nova Pro. area, and then obviously you see that it's being spread out quite evenly. I do like the fact that SNG have moved towards the very east of this map, Max, man.
Yeah, so far it is good. Everyone's starting to landing on Erangel. So yeah, once again, we're going to have side of Rose in this game. There's also going to be having quad core. So a little early on, there was a different team. I don't remember who it was exactly, but another face out is going to happen. Rose dominated last game. Will they be able to repeat it?
It was the Destroyer that they took
out.
Oh,
the Destroyer that got destroyed,
now,
true. Yeah.
Quad, like I mentioned, Quad is one of those teams that right now are lying 7th overall. A lot of potential to gain higher up in the position. So I don't think they're going to want to face this early team fight against a team like Rose, who have also looked good. And Rose are actually a little bit below Quad Core in 10th overall, Maxman. So yeah, they're going to want to play it safe, loot up where they can. If they sniff any kind of action from Rose, I think they'll be out of there.
Yeah, you don't want to fight with Rose early on. They absolutely dominated throughout game number 3. Once again, not once again, but like if you guys want to see all the standings, all the points where the teams are at right now, you can go check out clubopen.pubgmobile.com. Once again, that's going to be clubopen.pubgmobile.com, and you'll be able to see all the points standing, which team, which players, or whatever you want to get information on. You can go check it out right there on that link, so please go and check it out if you want to stay informed on whatever's going on in the PUBG Mobile Club Open scene, Imperium.
Yeah, for sure, and we are into this last game. As I said, Rose and Quad. Now, Rose are actually spread out quite a bit, Max, man. They're not quite close to each other, so in one sense, Quad, if they had any idea of where Rose are, they could take advantage of that, but obviously I think they're focusing on their own game right now.
Yeah, you have the 2 different playstyles. Quad playing extremely close-centered and not really willing to give up too much zone area away to the side of Rose. Rose just playing away. I think they don't even have any information on the side of the fact that Quad Core is in Pachinki, so they're just going to play it pretty passive without knowing what's really going on. Then going to have on George Pool, Team 2, that's going to be Team KG SWAT, just going to be trying to get as much research as possible. Once again, George Pool, high loot-focused area, so a really good area to start the game on Erangel.
Yeah, Team 2 KG SWAT, they're only in 11th overall, Max, and they've only got 5 points on the board over the 3 games, so they're going to want to have a much more impressive game. They are close by to that one member of T25, a lone wolf you could call him, Maxman, just trying to get up that little bit of loot, and then he'll join the rest of his team just outside the vicinity.
Look at T25 right there, the 10th team. They're just just got a huge front, and they're just advanced like a huge army, trying to apply pressure and trying to catch everyone that falls in their net. So I really enjoy that playstyle after they're doing it in an open area, and unfortunately no one's in front of them, so it feels bad, man. But yeah.
Team 12, RG, they're doing the thing of camping near the bridge because they know that anybody that has landed near a military base, there's a huge chance that they're going to go across that bridge. And even if anybody like we see SGI Team 11, they're near them and they're going to have to move up on that road. If by vehicle, most likely they'll move up by that road up into the safe zone. That could be a chance for RG, the winners and the group leaders, to get another couple of squad kills.
Yeah, Shinigami Black, they're going to be in this small compound. Once again, still going to loot. Still 15 teams alive, 57 players still up and going. And Quad and Rose are slowly but surely going to start clashing against each other. Rose, they have 2 members pretty deep already, trying to play aggressive early on, but they are surrounded. Quad Core, now they do have the information, and if they can try and fight them early on like this and trying to split their efforts, they could probably get the upper hand on Quad.
Yeah, but I worry that all Rose are going to have to do is throw in a couple of grenades, Max.
Exactly, yeah.
Because they're all huge grenades. They've been so impactful in these games we've seen, and that's all. So if I were a Quad, I would actually try to split up into 2 pairs of 2 and compound the house beside that. They might take a little bit of damage in the process, but I think that'd be a much safer thing to do because we see that's exactly what Rose are doing. Knocked Fat Man down to half health.
Yeah, Fat Man, be careful there. Oh, actually, he's got an angle. coming out from Hodge on the side of Team Rose. Gonna be able to put him down. Now that they've got the effort, they should probably try and rush him right now. There'll be a prime opportunity. But Hodge getting a little bit too cocky when a little bit too deep grenade comes on through, and they do get him down. And that's a 3-on-3 effort, Imperium. But they can still rest someone up.
That was actually a kill.
Yeah, but can they turn it to a 3v3? Because like, they did have someone that was knocked. And,
yeah, no, it's still essentially 4v3, although that one member quad has to be revived for sure. Oh, we do see now that one member Rose is going in, trying to get that flank around.
Going to get in Hot, going to try and get the upper hand. He does have the angle through that window, but can't get the killing blow, unfortunately. They're trying to rush out the house. No! Getting out of the protection of that house. What are you doing, Quad Core? And Quad Core going to be swooped out the surface of the Earth, Imperium.
Yeah, Quad gets squad wiped by Rose. Rose, once again, flanking around so beautifully. Yes, they lost one man in the process, but they flanked around. So what Quad were in this situation was they didn't know where Rose were coming from. Perfectly executed by Rose. They did it in the last game to T25, although in different circumstances. They're doing it again. They own Pachinki.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a weird play, I believe.
It was.
Why would you rush out Quad when you already have the protection? I think they should have also gone to like the first story of the building, and it would have been more safe. Because Team Rose, they did split, and they had information about that, but they stayed at the first floor, and that means that they could attack from multiple areas, from windows and everything. Going up there, they can only get past, or through like other buildings and just jumping over, which you would see pretty easily, or they go through the staircase. I mean, that's just a one-way area that the enemy team can get through, and it's just really an easy way to just canalize all of your efforts in one small area, which they didn't do. So Quad Core got taken out very unfortunately, and that was a very unfortunate mistake on the bike right there. Bikes are not very steady, maybe not the best way to circulate in Erangel that has a lot of terrain. You can give it a try.
Yeah, exactly, and now we do see that, see, Nomad Warriors, they were in Erangel. That's where they, they were in at the very top
shooting range
of that map, the shooting range, and they're just moving down. They're on their own. All they have to do is just loot up, move down, and hopefully take advantage of that by taking a couple of kills. Now, Team 10, T25 looking pretty good so far, and then KG Star looking also. KG Swap, my apologies, also moving into the safe zone quite deeply, but they possibly will come up against Kardima.
Games of PUBG going to be running on through. Still 0 kills for them. 14 teams all around. One team squad wipeout that was Quad Core. So still, we had one fight, but just not too much going on all together. RD Star, they're moving on through in this huge area. Ooh! Going to try and bump on through with the members of Star. And I really able to pick anyone. Hype going to try and fight early on as much as possible as the zone is closing up once again, really high up north.
Look at this.
Headshot, and also Nomad Warriors in a really good position right now, going to try and shoot through the window of this car. Hype did a good amount of work. They do knock someone down actually, I believe, but be careful of those hay bales? Hay bales.
Hell bales?
Hell bale, I don't know how to say it.
It's cool, it's cool,
They come from France, okay, I'm allowed.
Okay, that's cool, I'll let you away with it. But, yeah, great play by Hype, but I did fear that they could have got into a bit of trouble because all 4 of their members were in one vehicle, Maxman. And that's
I'm still on that.
You're still focused on that. And now we do see a loot drop is landing just outside that bridge, and this could be the Destroyer's chance to get a nice little bit of spicy loot.
Damn it, an AWM. Always nice to see that kind of weapon in the loot crate for the early game. No one's really around to try and deny the possession of the Destroyer. They can go for it. Also, the Destroyer was one of the first teams to get wiped out in game number 3, so we're going to have to wait and see what they can offer in terms of gameplay and strat in the late sessions of the game.
Yeah, they're 15th overall Destroyers are. They've only got 1 point in the standings overall.
They're just roaming around.
And now look at Hype. They're looking for that member.
Locked and looted. Yogin going to be chased down. This is more like Mad Max than anything else. He's going to try and catch them off guard. He's taking a lot of damage. He's going to jump out of the car, out of the vehicle, and he's able to run out and outrun the team. Hype, he's just trying to win as much time as possible.
What are you getting now?
He's trying to stand his ground. Wait! Oh! What
the hell?
No! He went up and he got killed. That was huge. That would have been insane if he would have been able to turn it around. But Hype just going to be able to overwhelm them with sheer power and the car, which is a lot.
Sheer power and
sheer
the car.
Horsepower.
Sheer
horsepower.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. I'll let you that. Nice. Now we do see a fight happening. You said Destroyer were on their own. They're being put under a lot of pressure by KG SWAT.
getting taken head-on by KG SWAT right there. Can I really fight them out? They were swooped out pretty early on game number 3. Can they fight back this time around? They're going to try and jump on through, but they didn't like the side of quad core, but it's not paying off for them. You're losing most of your protection. You just have to play it passive for as long as possible. Now, they are losing a few of their members. 3 members down. S going to be the last member alive on the side of the Destroyer. SWAT, how are they doing so far? I think they only have like 1 person up. It's going to be a 1v1 of SWAT versus the Destroyer. Who's going to be having the upper hand? It will be the Destroyer. Sorry, the Destroyer. So they will be able to claim back their game. They made it up for what happened in game number 3 and swipe out.
It's taken them 3 games, but now they're hitting where they want to be for it now, Maxman. What they did was, you know the way normally teams can flank around?
Grenade,
actually, no, I'll bring that up later on.
Grenades coming on through. Just going to be hitting the back section of that building. There's such a small area you can actually work with on the side of Hype. Grenades are still going to be fine. They're going to try and cook it. I barely bounced right over the top of that building there. That would have been absolutely awesome. But Hype, only 2 members remaining right now. Imperium, actually only 1 right now. He's going to try and finally peek out, trying to pick that fight. But Hype will be overwhelmed and will not be able to respond with anything against the members of Move Out. They had the nice surprise factor and very little defensive position to work with when you are on their side. So Move Out, again, an extra 4 kills for themselves.
Yeah, great play by them. We're down to 12 teams with 41 alive. And yeah, I just want to bring it back because the Destroyers deserve a lot of credit for what they did in that team fight against KG, because they stuck together and KG, they separated. They tried to flank around. They tried to play the smart move, but the Destroyers were on the roof. They jumped down and surprise attacked KG. Boom, job done.
Look at that. I can see dead center, team headshot right in the center of the next zone with the coastline. So once again, only 180-degree action you have to take care of, so you can commit a little bit more to those kind of areas. Team Onyx, once again, going to do a repeat of what we had in game number 3. Going to be the Guardians of the Bridge. You shall not pass.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of Erangel.
Erangel is in the galaxy, right?
True, yeah. Okay, so that works.
Thank you very much. So we do see these sniper shots between Team 4, and I didn't quite catch what other team was in that little bit of a skirmish between those 2 teams. But either way, I like to see the fact that that Sing Club, or SNG Club, are looking to just make an impact. And now gamers of PUBG moving out, looking to move into a safe zone. Rose are going to come across the Destroyer.
Oh, pretty predictable when you are in those cars. But they will not be able to take out anyone, unfortunately. But they do have now a little bit of juicy information on Destroyer, at least on what position they're going towards. And it seems like the Destroyer are not ready to really go.
Look,
but they're
this.
On the move. They are chasing him down.
Vehicles.
Wait, can they go for it? No, they're not chasing. Okay, they're just going to be leaving that and going to the zone. They don't want to be like outdone by the zone, because they're trying to set position right now. Really smart move from Destroyer, just in case they'll get answered back. But right now we have another engage coming on. Shinagami Bulk on the move once again. Like, cars everywhere right now, Imperium.
Yeah, that's the way to move around in the game of PUBG Mobile on this Erangel map. You want to get into vehicles, you want to drive into the safe zone, but Rose have got to be careful. You got to give it to T25. They're hanging in there very nicely. They've got a nice high position. A lot of teams are now starting to come together, Maxman.
Yeah, T25, they're slowly going to try and creep their way towards the Destroyer team. They're going to be on the roof here for the side of Nomad Warriors. They are right in the dead center of the zone, so they're going to have a pretty good position.
They see SNG.
SNG Club, yeah, going to be scouted out, but they're pretty far away, not really going to be that easy to hit them. And look at that, he's just chilling. Like, what up, man?
Wait. Look at that one member of Headshot.
Yeah, that's it. Headshot is just chilling. He's taking their time.
Max and relaxing.
He's got a weapon too. He's not as if he's AFK. He's got his stuff. He was moving around a little bit, and he's just going to try and wait until like maybe the fights are finished, and people are going to be like, where is he? And then just peeks out and gets everyone.
Boom. Yeah, but the one issue is that's not going to give them a high level of kill.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only fear. Now we do see the Onyx Wolf is going on to Nomad Warriors. We can bring it over. Yes, Onyx and Nomad Warriors looking to come across.
SNG, you're going to be sandwiched up, my good friend. I think you're not in the best of position. But they're going to still try and pick that fight against Nomad Warriors because there are people in front and behind. Oh no, sorry, not them. I mean, Nomad Warriors in a bad spot, not SNG. SNG on the coastline.
Nomad Warriors were not in a bad spot. They just took out, I believe, Onyx as a full-man squad right there. They've spent the whole of this game right in the top of the map, no issues, no troubles looting up. They got into this nice compound position. Onyx went in, tried to battle him out, and they lost it. Great play by Nomad Warriors. They're just one member down, but they've still got 3 in a healthy position, Maxman.
Yeah, my camera was messing a little bit with my head, but look at that Savage of Team Headshot. He's just sticking there. Yeah, he has like 4 members of a team like KD, Team Cardima that are just in front of him. He can't really overwhelm them. Maybe he can just like get picks one by one if he wants to, but he's just going to wait until the later part of the game. And he's also probably just going to wait for Team Cardima to like move in. Ran out the Destroyer. He was the one that was able to clear up the move earlier. But he will unfortunately get taken down. Very unfortunate for his team. The Destroyer almost on the verge of death. 11 teams remaining, 35 players alive. And slowly but surely, we are 60 minutes into the game and will probably end in the next few minutes.
Definitely. Nomad Warriors now moving out because they realize they're not in this safe zone. Maxon, you do see T25. They're looking pretty healthy on their own side, but they've got to be careful. They are taking down Chris. Chris is looking down.
They squat out Team Destroyer, and that's going to be Team Destroyer taken off the surface of the Earth Imperium. Thanos snap, and they're deleted.
Thanos snap, and they are. But look at RG. They're going into Rose. Rose is going to be under a little bit of trouble. However, RG are feeling the pinch of low health players.
Also, like RG have 5 kills right now. They're going to get engaged right now. And also look at that. Oh, really nice moves coming out of the side of Rose. Able to get them from behind, just overwhelm them from left and the right.
I'm now calling any flank the Rose flank. Because every single time they've just expertly executed those plays, Max, man. Yes, they've had a little bit of luck of their enemy team maybe being low health, but you see that they do it perfectly. They circle around, position one by one, but not too far apart that they're getting into trouble themselves. They're just doing it perfectly.
Also, one thing I want to talk about is also RG Star. They had 5 kills. Only, as we mentioned earlier, they only needed 6 kills to get to the same level of points with Team Nova. So they're still in second position, but because they ended up in like some of the top teams, they are #1 position as of right now. So RG started in a really good position in this first weekend, even though they did go down. The Gamers of PUBG, they're going to do a nice little team wipeout, taking down Wolf in the process.
And also, Onyx got wiped out by Nomad Warriors. They have not had a good game, Axon.
Yeah. They're not doing the best of times right now. Shinigami Bulk and also Gamers of PUBG probably going to face against each other in just the next few seconds or minutes. Users of Smokes, they do have to regen back up. Gamers of PUBG, they did have 1 member down just a few seconds ago. And then SNG once again trying to play the sneaky game as always. Not really surprising there. I think that like they're the definition of being sneaky.
Yeah, pretty much. They're just solid snakes. They've been inspired by Metal Gear Solid throughout the years, and yeah, they're just going to be moving across as we do see that Gamers of PUBG have 1 member is knocked down, but they still have overall generally that 4-man squad. But they've got Team 11 close near them. Shinigami looking to take them out.
It's raining grenades. Hallelujah. Gonna see then Team Shinigami Bulk. They're gonna try and really pressurize Gamers of PUBG. They can't really go up. But look at that zone where it's at right now. A lot of people out of the current zone. Team 14, Team 4, and gonna be the only 2 teams actually that are in the zone. So they're gonna be able to like play the gatekeepers.
SNG, perfect position. They don't have to move a muscle.
Just like in game 1.
Yeah, they don't have to move a muscle. Brilliant. A little bit of luck.
Well, is it brilliant or lucky? Yeah, that's
little bit of lucky. No, I said a little bit of luck, but brilliant for them.
The god of the zone is on their side, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, we do see now Gamers of PUBG have moved safely into the safe zone just about, so it's going to be playing good for them. But they've got low ground. They've not got high ground. And if you look at Shinigami Gaming, they've got high ground. If Shinigami spot them out, that could spell a lot of trouble for Gamers of PUBG.
This is just about the same kind of zone we had in game number 3 Imperium. Like, you have a flank, you have a road, you have a lot of terrain, grass, trees, and rocks to work with. So pretty decent, like just a repeat of what we had in game number 3. But right now, you're going to have Nomad Warrior just sneak it up on SNG. He's just alone there.
Just that 1 member of SNG in the hood.
No one showed up to my birthday.
Like, yeah, it's like,
oh no,
like, lonely.
I have no friends.
You know, I'm so lonely.
That's a feels bad man moment.
So yeah, so we're now going to start to see this action heating up between Shinigami Gaming and Cardima.
Where's actually that 1 member of Headshot? Did he die?
I don't know. Actually, we must try and find out. Let's see. Of course, we don't have access to cameras, so we can't see what is happening. But Gamers of PUBG moving across.
Yeah, and they also leave in Panic behind. We don't want to see you whatsoever. Oh, SNG Bulk able to answer back.
Wait,
Gamers of
he
PUBG.
gets 1
Can he get another one? There will be a huge move right there. I can't see we unfortunately paneled over, but like SNG doing a really nice amount of work. and he actually did not get the upper hand. He does get taken down. An extra kill going the way of Gamers of PUBG.
Unfortunately, that snake route didn't pan out too well, but now where the smokes are coming out, there's a lot of action in this central area, Maxman.
When you are on the side of Shinigami Bulk, you're not in the best of scenarios. You're a little bit surrounded on two flanks, the tippity top of the mountain and your left side of the mountain.
Look at Move Out. They've got high ground. They've got a nice little bit of protection. They've got T25 around them, but they've got smokes thrown out. They're really zoning. They're zoning around this area very effectively.
Looks like a Post Malone concert.
But they've got to move into the safe zone, Maxman. Otherwise, they're going to get taken down very heavily. As T25, Odin gets knocked out.
Odin gets owned, if I may say so.
Odin gets owned.
Having a bad time. Their Ares moving a little bit too slow. The zone is doing some real damage, my friend. You might want to start and get a little bit faster right now. Damn, look at the damage on their Ares. You went a little bit too slow, and there was Shinigami Bulk able to pick up the pieces of the remaining members of T25. Chris still up and ready to go, ready to fight. Just going to shoot randomly. You do not have that many bullets too with that Scar Ale. You might want to hold up to those a little bit longer. Still going to try and answer back and forth. Still, Move Out just owning this top of this mountain for themselves, and they're able to get a nice shutdown on top of Chris. T25 getting shut down and swooped out.
Great play by great kill onto Chris. My apologies, but yeah, Shinigami Gaming.
Look at that. Team 14, Cardima. We haven't seen them a lot in the last few seconds, but they are just having one of the most perfect locations to defend from. Rose, though, they are on the back section of this zone.
Look at Kingslayer.
Look at Rose, they're just getting taken down one by one. They're going to have maybe a second member. They only have a tree to work with. One of their members also going to be trying to stay low in that grass. They do explode the car just in case. But Rose, they were trying to pull the trigger, but they got shot right back in their very faces.
Yeah, Shinigami Gaming now looking to move down to join Cardima, to join the likes of Gamers of PUBG, to join the rest of Rose, and look at Move Out from the left-hand side. This is going to be 16, 17 players live in this short area.
6 teams remaining in this one last zone. Imperium, 17 players still alive. I'm still alive. They're slowly but surely getting taken out one by one. And slowly but surely, you have Shinigami Bulk are going to be saying hello and shaking hands with some members of Move Out. Well, shaking hands, maybe not that much.
Shaking bullets.
It's not a diplomatic game, Imperium. It's all about war and guns and blood.
Jesus Christ, that got dark.
Hey, you were talking about Poisey yesterday and like nice like Shakespeare and everything. Like I love violence.
Okay.
Violence, speed, momentum.
Let's have a look at who's looking pretty strong. Cardima have this nice loot area. They're going to have to move into the safe zone, though, so I do fear they will expose themselves if they don't move out, as Pank is getting the kill on to Kingslayer.
Spraying all of his bullets and does get the killing blow on Kingslayer. He's going to be on his knees, then taken quickly out by Panic on the side of Gamers of PUBG, securing an extra point on their side. Gamers of PUBG going to be losing Panic actually in the process by SNG Club, sorry.
Look at Move Out. Look at Move Out. They've got 4 members of their squad
Great
left.
positioning.
They're all full health. They've been so good in just consistent in where they've been, but also they haven't been safe. They've been aggressive. They've been shooting people. As goodbye, you've just been run over, my friend.
He just tried his very best to try and get to the safety of his friend, but couldn't do so in time. Unfortunately, SNG Black, SNG, I always want to see SNG Black. SNG Club going to be in the foreground of this fight. Rose trying to use, can he use it? I'm not too sure. Yeah, he's going to be in the safety of the smoke, but still, no matter whatsoever, Move Out is there to pick up the pieces.
Look at that one member. Look at that one member of Gamer of PUBG. Just in between. He's in between Move Out and SNG. Like, look at that. He's like, I'm done if I go anywhere.
Move out. They do not have the zone, though. They do not have the zone, but there are 3 members. So will the zone or will the team numbers spell disaster for Move Out?
No, Move Out. They have the man advantage. It's 4v2 v1, Maxman. 7 players left over 3 teams. Now, they do have to be careful, and they will want to stick together as a team or split up into 2 pairs of 2.
15 seconds.
Because the worst thing they can do is if they split up into 2 pairs of 2, one team fight can become 2v2. And the SNG, they're not together. Bleak Snake is taking a little bit of damage, so he's under pressure. Pakaba can't move. He's starting to take damage, and he's going to try and do something here.
Yeah, Games of PUBG, they're going to have one member, Alpha. He's going to be standing in there. They're rushing in. They're going for it, ready to pull the trigger. Grenade going to be launched on through. Is that a smoke? I'm not even sure what it
Oh,
was.
he's dead.
Oh, he's going to get overwhelmed by pressure. I don't feel it for you, my friend. Gets one member down. Can he get a kill? He does get a kill, though. And that's going to give an opportunity for Kaba. That's actually in the background of SNG to respond with heavy fire power. And they're just not enough to be able to go down. They put one member down on their feet. SNG have 2 members remaining. 2v3. Can they pull off the clutch?
They can. And this is actually Move Out's fault. They should have ignored that final member of Gamer PUBG. They should have completely ignored the Maxman because that has actually put Move Out under a lot of pressure. They're going to flank around where Move Out are. They're going to be able to revive.
Come on, he didn't cook the grenade. Unfortunately, he's going to miss the grenade out of the window just barely. Another grenade is going to be cooked up for themselves. 2 members of SNG Black can they pull off the comeback? Can they pull off the insane move? Grenades come in the middle, and they do end it on an epic comeback.
SNG Club pulling out the
sneaky.
clutch. It plays off to be sneaky. They still got 9 kills in the process, Maxman. But you've got to say, honestly, that was Move Out's own fault. They lost the game themselves. They should have ignored where that final member of Gamers of PUBG were, because what that did was that showed SNG where Move Out were. They took a lot of damage from that final member of Gamer of PUBG, and it also meant that they could run nowhere from that hut. And it became a turnaround cat and mouse fight for SNG just to take down Move Out.
It's like SNG Club and Gamers of PUBG just shake hands, say, "Okay, we'll take out
they
Move
joined
Out
an alliance
together."
Yeah, just temporarily until the next game. But so as much as like Move Out played such a good game for all of it. For all of that last game, they were clever. They positioned fantastically. They were aggressive in their own rights. But that final 2 minutes, whoever was the decision maker for their team, I really feel you made the bad call there, guys. But that happens. They still finished second. They still got a lot of kills. And also, let's not forget that Gamers of PUBG, with that one final member, they finished in the top 3.
Yeah, they've been doing absolutely awesome in that game, Gamers of PUBG. That's going to be their first top 3. Yeah, it's going to be their first top 3 in the 4 games they actually had today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a little bit of a replay, as you guys can see on screen. So that means today, SNG Club, #1 spot. They did secure the 2nd spot in game #1 on Vikendi. So definitely in the higher end of today's matchup in the C and D groups of the PUBG Mobile Club Open.
And what is interesting as we do look through the highlights, as we look at the overall standing from Game 3 of Group C and D kind of thing, is that SNG Club and Move Out were kind of in 4th and 6th position respectfully. With those 1st and 2nd, that can potentially move them. Actually, Gamers of PUBG were 3rd. So you have 3rd place. That was the team that were in 3rd finished 3rd in that game. The team that were in 4th finished 2nd, and the team that were in 6th finished 1st. So that will potentially put them very evenly close together after the end of today's games.
Yeah, like it is already the end, so I can't wait to see what are the standing points right now in Pyramid. Like over A, B, C, and D group altogether. I think that like we have people, a lot of people on the C and D groups going to be high up in these positions, and we already like 100% confirmed that SG Star Team is indeed over and over the woods.
RG.
Team, yeah, sorry, what, SG? Yeah, sorry. RG Star Team are over Nova, that was #1 team position over the entire wildcard series of the PUBG Mobile Club Open Series.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic, and I really can't wait to see. But obviously, we're going through these highlights, guys, and we see that RG got taken out by Rose. That fantastic flank, the Rose flank came together and it took him out. And yeah,
this
Gamers of PUBG
played such a big, had such a big impact.
That hut was just basically
the hut is MVP.
Yeah, the hut is MVP. But now we do see that Move Out. Like I said, they were aggressive. They were getting kills. They were taking on the enemy teams in the right position. They were just flanking around. You see AJ taking out one member. They were taking out Karadima. They were doing fantastic work. And yeah, then Rose got taken out by Move Out. So that's the thing. This was where it went wrong for Move Out. They shouldn't have gone anywhere near there. And then look at SNG, look at Pakaba, look at Bleak Snake. From opposite directions, were just firing everywhere they could. And then with those grenades, they took it out and they cleaned up against Move Out.
My question is, didn't Move Out have any grenades to try and pressure Gamers of PUBG If they had one, they should have played a little bit more passive.
But that's what they weren't thinking. That's where they went wrong. Because, yes, they tried to go in for the flank of the 4v1.
You can only fit one person through the door, right? So
and Gamers of PUBG, that final member, fantastic. You got a knockdown, and I think you even got a kill out of it, I believe.
Yeah, you did shut him down after.
Yeah. But it all came down to move out. So we do see the results after
11 kills, 11 and 9.
Yeah.
That's huge for the 3 top teams. Number 1 team going to be SMG Club with 39 points, followed by 33 points for Move Out, which is the equivalent of a win. And I got to praise still Move Out, even though they did secure the 2nd position. They played extremely smart, and they were so methodic.
And look at Rose, even though they finished, I think, 4th, because they got 11 kills and Gamers of PUBG only got 4 kills, that puts them in 3rd overall on 27 points. So Rose, that Rose flank absolutely paid off in terms of getting squad wipes and getting kills. And then as we look at the bottom end of the pack, we see that Black Lad is on 0. Quad Core, I don't think Black Lad have even showed up at all. Quad Core on 2 points. KG SWAT on 3. Hype 4, T-Minus 5, and as we move up. So yeah, there's still a lot to play for. I'd love to see RG Star Team to get a little bit higher, but we will see.
I think that HS Headshot, we saw that one member trying to be a little, like, just take his time, trying to not be scouted out by anyone. Not really paying off. Get 11th place. You want to try and fight as much as possible. Like, you can't just try and get position points, because at the end of the day, it will not be enough, and you will not be able to get picked for the semifinals or finals whatsoever.
Exactly. So it's absolutely the 4 games that we had today. Is it just me, or they just flew by? They didn't feel too passive.
Because everyone's playing so aggressive.
Yes, they were so aggressive because, like I said already, the 2 groups, C and D, are much more evenly matched in my eyes. So they're not afraid to be aggressive. They seem to come from very aggressive backgrounds, and they just want to fight, and they want to take control of these games.
But yeah, a lot of teams to look out. Anyways, for today's games, because we have only 2 streams back. Like we had yesterday, Friday. We had awesome games that came out with Team Nova coming out on top in the standings. Then today's game, just absolutely so much action. Just can't wait to go on day number 3 tomorrow on Sunday. We're going to have Group A versus Group C, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna, like, I don't know who's going to really try and take the game in these ones, because like the play styles are really different between all of them. But anyways, like some of the top teams that we had in Group A that are going to be playing tomorrow against some of the players we had in today's group are going to be CS Pro Gaming, Imperium's favorite team, Trusted Process, Camp to Win, and Team No Mercy. So a lot of players and teams to look out for.
No Mercy going to be the ones I'm really looking forward to see
Group
how
A.
they do. But of course, everybody at home, if you want to keep up with the action of the PUBG Mobile Club Open, the regional sections of this spring split, go over to clubopen.pubgmobile.com. You can check out all the VODs, you can see the standings, you can find out information on all of the regions and all the teams that are playing.
Yeah, this was the wildcard series of the PUBG Mobile Club Open, brought to you through the power of Vivo, the official sponsor and smartphone of this PUBG Mobile tournament. It was a $2.5 million cash prize. But anyways, my name was Maxman, joined by my fellow friend and caster Imperium. Hope you had a beast of a time, and we'll see you all next time.
Your game, Vivo V15 series, Vivo.
Do you play PUBG Mobile? Maybe you never run out of stamina. Maybe you're always aware of your surroundings. Maybe you're an amazing cook with the pan. Maybe you're a great driver. But as soon as you hear the sound of an airplane, you get into the zone. In PUBG Mobile, you all come from different walks in life. face the same dangers on a battleground. And you become friends. You work together to overcome the obstacles. This is PUBG Mobile. There's a number one in all of us. Welcome to the PUBG Mobile first anniversary party. PUBG Mobile. Be the one.
1 year ago today, PUBG Mobile went online in over 200 countries. On the 1 year anniversary of the game, we're here with you to witness the honor and the glory. The anniversary Royale Pass will go live as scheduled with the usual variety of rewards and a load of anniversary exclusive items such as the brilliant anniversary outfit, the retro anniversary set, and the L&Q Chicken M762 finish. Don't miss out. PUBG Mobile, be the one. UC spent in Royale Pass will be fully refunded as your Royale Pass ranks up so you can buy next season's pass. Royale Pass, you deserve it. Royale Pass Season 6 is here. This season's theme is 1 year anniversary of PUBG Mobile with lots of rare items. We've also added lots of more realistic and hardcore items to your Royale Pass rewards. Turn yourself into an elite soldier. UC spent in Royale Pass will be fully refunded as your Royale Pass ranks up so you can buy next season's pass. Royale Pass.
Ha! Gotcha. Royale Pass. You deserve it.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Yo, Mike, are you ready?
Wait. Should I go with the UMP9 or UC?
Sun's out, guns out.
Gear up for summer.
Ready?
Okay. Well,
Ready? Sorry. I'm late.
Any plans for fall break?
happy graduation! You made it, bro. So proud of you.
Sorry I'm late. What a day.
I hear ya.
Get
Come
this.
on.
Hey,
Watch out. Take this.
that's
Hey.
the real battleground.
Are you ready?
Zombie, Darkest Night, the newest mode in the zombie universe, is here. This time, the rules are different. No more parachuting, as players will be placed at random locations on the map when the match begins, and there is no single winner. Players must work with their teammates to spend one long night in the match and stay alive until the sun comes up. Waves and waves of zombies will spawn during each of the 3 foggy periods at night, and supplies should only be scavenged when the fog fades. The main objective is not to defeat other players, though this doesn't mean they are harmless. Players may need to work with other teams when necessary, but should also watch their backs in case the Fragile Alliance goes south. This will be a unique experience for every player involved. This new mode also comes with a passive skill for every player. Understanding these skills will be the key to staying alive in this long night. Can you ride out the night?